Very, very good morning to you all. Don't be too shocked. I'm dressed up. I know I've got a jacket on. We're talking about watches tonight. Welcome to us here on Shop on TV. My name is Alan Ennis, and we have watches ranging from $59.99 right through to £999 for you tonight. If you are familiar with a watch that has a movement that is called the tourbillon, well, stay tuned, because boy, oh boy, do we have something special for you, and I promise you that, something incredible. But let's just give you a quick preview of some of those watches coming up. Now, as always, should you want to order any of these or shop ahead of us, jump onto the website, because I will tell you now, those tourbillon watches literally fly out. We generally sell out completely, and we have single figures of those because people have already been buying from us as well. I'm joined tonight by David, 40 years in the watch industry.
Oh, don't go on about that, please.
No, it's 40 years there.
And you said flying, you know, the tourbillon's a flying tourbillon.
Flying tourbillon.
So everything flies.
Flies out the door. I'm going to give a quick little rundown on these watches we have here, just to give you a flavour of what we've got coming up, so you know. So I'm going to start off here with the Vickers Armstrong's Chopper, and that is just there. Let me turn that around so you can see that in all its beauty. That is a very pretty watch, and as you can see right in front of you, this one is $99.99. Of course, with all of the watches tonight, you can put them on PayPal, pay in 3, which is $34.98 tonight. That includes your P&P. That is a good looking watch. Red or gold. So say that again. We can have red, gold.
Or black.
Or black.
This is a black one as well.
There we go. Yes, rose gold and gold. Yeah, it's written there on the thing for me. So this is my first ever watch show. So we're all going to be learning together tonight from the master and the maestro, that is David. So this one here, $99.99, gorgeous. You have got the Milanese strap on that as well. So it is a beautiful watch. That will be coming up for you. We'll go into more detail about that and what it does in just a little bit. I want to move on to a watch that I'm quite fond of. When I saw this first, this comes from Swan & Edgar. This, by the way, comes with...
This is brand new tonight.
Brand new.
Absolutely brand new. It's called the Excavator.
Brilliant.
It's a 210-part, 20 dual movement. It is a tonneau design. I know it's very, very popular to get a tonneau design. You can see the open heart day and date on it as well, and it's got an exhibition back. It's a fabulous watch, and we'll talk about that.
It is beautiful. I can't wait to see the back of this one as well. That is super, super. Now, I've got to tell you, this next watch, I genuinely am going to say to you, is I think
top of the line. This
is the most beautiful.
This is the world timer.
Yeah, for me, this is beautiful. Let me show you that, and Dave will tell us a little bit about it. This is stunning. It really is.
So the World Timer has got the Seiko hybrid movement in it. It is the flagship of the Swan & Edgar range. It has sapphire glass. Also, you have the Starry Night and the Mars Sky, 51mm case size, and an incredibly beautiful piece of engineering, really weighty on the wrist. And if you've got a larger wrist, this is the watch to get.
Brilliant. Now, don't forget, we will be showing you these in great detail as well in just a little while, but we will be getting right into them in a little while. We're going to show them to you on the wrist as well, so you can see exactly what they look like. Now, please remember, you're learning with me tonight. I am a huge fan of watches. Myself and David, we've known David for a long time, and we always chat watches. And this here, if you've never heard of tourbillon, well, please stay tuned for this one, because I promise you, when you learn about the tourbillon movement, it is absolutely incredible. Now, this in its simplicity of the face of this, I think is beautiful. But when you see that movement just there, and you see the back of this in a little while, you are going to adore this, okay?
And
just
the blue has sold out, unfortunately, Alan. So we have this beautiful ultramarine and also the red.
Brilliant.
And we're looking at the green version, but it does look rather blue as well.
It does look a little bit blue, doesn't it? That is gorgeous. So the blue's already sold out.
Blue sold out.
Now that just goes to show you, everybody at home, that these do seriously fly out the door. They are beautiful, and to get a tourbillon, am I correct in thinking for under £1,000 is...
It's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
It really is. If you go on the Swan & Edgar website, this is £2,000 a watch, and tonight it's just under £1,000. And of course, you will get a complimentary pen with this watch.
Brilliant. Here's a little bit of a clip for this one. This really does show it in all of its beauty. We saw this little clip earlier, but I'm genuinely excited. Now, I have read a little bit about the tourbillon movement, but I'm genuinely looking forward to David telling us all about that tourbillon movement and exactly what it's about, how it works, and why it is such a fantastic movement.
Such
because
a
there's
collector's item.
Collector's item as well, yeah. Not many people can boast to have a Tourbillon watch. As I say, the price on this one is incredible. You can do PayPal Pay in 3. You will see that all of the time in the little blue box as well. £335.32 on this tonight. That includes your P&P, and that will bring you your first of 3 of those payments and a free pen. Just to show you very quickly, if I may, you get a free pen with every single Swan & Edgar purchase tonight. You get a free pen. And on Swan & Edgar's website, it's only for Swan & Edgar. This is a Swan & Edgar pen, £55.
£55.
Yeah, so that's coming with every
It's really
purchase.
weighty, beautiful pen.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice pen. Every single purchase of Swan & Edgar timepieces tonight. I will be saying the word timepieces because some of them deserve to be timepieces, but the next one I'm going to show you is definitely, I'm going to call this a watch, and this is awesome. Now look at this, Samuel Joseph, this is just here, and I tell you this, right, for the price on this, I think you're getting an absolute steal. This is the best value watch in terms of it's the lowest price one, $59.99. It's our entry price, we will call it, but it is by no means an entry-level watch. David, tell us a little bit about this one.
The clue is in the name, multifunction. So it's got an alarm, it's got a stopwatch, it's got 24-hour time as well, got a backlight to it, it's 45mm case size. As you can see, you've got the analog quartz movement there ticking away. And on the left-hand side, as you're looking at it there, you've also got the 24-hour. So it's set at New York time and also at London time. And that's the sort of wonderful thing you can have with a watch like this from Samuel Joseph. Really stunning design.
Brilliant. So that's just a little bit of a preview on what we have got coming up tonight. Now, I can promise you this, there are lots and lots of other items coming up as well through the night as well. There's 14 watches in all. Hopefully we'll try and get through all of them if we can, certainly as many as possible. But what you can do, because a lot of people do seriously shop way ahead of us, so jump onto the website, you can have a look at everything that's going to be coming up. And if there is a specific question on a specific watch or timepiece that you want to ask our David here, please do. You can email us in, and that is studio@ShopOnTV.co.uk. If you want to order any of them, you can do it on the website, or of course 03333 241 241. Right, okay. We will be getting on to our first watch in detail in just a minute, but just have a look at this here, David.
So this is actually showing you how to set the watch up. It's setting up to 24-hour time there. You can see you can set it to 7, let's say 3:03. It's 24th of May on this particular demonstration when it was done by my assistant in the back room. And then if you want to then look at the day of the week, you can simply press the start button to hit the day of the week. And when you're happy with everything, press mode and everything is reset. You also have on this watch an alarm function. So to set the alarm, you press mode a couple of times and then the alarm can be set up. Let this time set the alarm for 7:27 maybe. If I think that, yes, so no, 7:27 please. 7:27, thanks very much, that's excellent. And then when you're happy with that, you press mode and then the alarm is set. Check the alarm by pressing the reset button, 7:27. If you want the alarm off, press both the 30 and the 40 buttons at the same time, and then you can see when the alarm is. And also if you want now to use a stopwatch function, all you would do then is press the mode button a single time. Yes, press the mode button a single time, please. Can we do that? In a second, yes. Yes, press the mode button one time. Thank you. And now you've got, there you have the stopwatch function. And then you can go back to telling the time. The stopwatch is working in the background. And this is all for $59.99, folks. It's a tremendous gift, really. For anyone that likes gadgets, this is the watch for you.
It's pretty cool. It looks, if that was on the wrist, a much, much more expensive watch than you actually have paid for. And of course it is. It's $199.99 is the usual price of that one. Of course, you can do pay in 3 as well. Jump on the phone lines, jump onto the website to start ordering ahead of us, because I am thinking when we get to the Tourbillon that we will be very limited on those. I think they will go very, very quickly. Right, we're going to start off now in depth, and I'm going to put it on my wrist so you can see this and let you have a look up close with this one. And this one we're going to start off with is a stunner. Now, first and foremostly, have a look at the detail in this and how great it looks. It's Vickers Armstrong's limited edition Chopper Chrono watch with Milanese bracelet. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Milanese bracelet. It's always been a favourite of mine. This one here, they have it brand new.
Brand new. We've never shown Vickers Armstrong before on ITV. And I'm really so pleased to get these watches to you tonight, because the Vickers brand is, it goes back over 150 years. And of course, you'll all know the VC-10, very famous plane. And before that, they had armaments as well. And they had shipyards, both in the Tyneside and also on the other side, on the east side of England. So they've got a long history, but now, this limited edition engineering masterpiece you're looking at here is a quartz timepiece, 45mm in case size. And look, it's got a fume dial to it. It has a stopwatch function as well. And it has luminous hands. It's really quite thin. It's 12mm deep, so it's really quite slim on the wrist. Piston pushers as well. I think it's quite a stunning piece. It's got also a Milanese strap. And all the Vickers Armstrongs come with a 5-year warranty, which is really a very confident warranty, and I'm really pleased we can actually be looking at these Vickers Armstrongs tonight.
Yeah, well, I can tell you this, look at it on my wrist. Now, as I say, I do have about 4 or 5 watches at home. I've never seen, as you haven't, because it's brand new tonight, the Vickers Armstrongs, and this is the Chopper Chrono. I love this. This certainly is a watch that I would see on my wrist, and it might very well be one that you will see on my wrist in the future as well. I love that it's got the date down the bottom, and of course that little magnifying and that as well.
Cyclops eye.
Cyclops eye.
It's really required. Once you hit 40, you can't tell the time without that.
I'm way past 50. I need the Cyclops eye, and I need my glasses on me. But I'm a big fan of the Milanese strap. I think it's gorgeous, very classic, and you can see there me wearing a jacket and the shirt, how great that actually looks. Yeah, that is beautiful. And less than £100. And tonight, £34.98, your first of your PayPal Pay in 3. Now, if you want to get that, you just jump onto our website and you can order it there. And then when you go to checkout, you can go to the PayPal, fill in a few little bits and pieces they require. And once that's all put in place for you, away it goes. We have the 2 colours in that as well. I will show you the second colour, just so you can see that it has got a very slightly different. I'm going to put it alongside it so you can see that. So you've got the
I think this one really pops. I think that cherry red there, contrasting with the pure yellow gold tone, really works nicely. And it depends, you know, there's one for everybody, folks.
Yeah, I prefer this one. I like this.
It's more discreet, you think?
Yeah, well, yeah, but I like the chronograph face on it because I do like that busier dial, but I do like that colour. I think that's the nicer one, just for me. But of course, you've got the decision to make. Perhaps, if I may say, with them being $99.99, you may be able to afford both of them and don't have to make that terrible, terrible choice.
You may have a brother, you may have a cousin, you may have just a friend that would like to have similar watches.
Yeah.
But when I look around the bezel of the red, I just love that deep claret red dial to it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly can't say anything about it. I think it's a gorgeous watch. They do feel lovely as well in the hand, I can tell you that right now. They are a lovely watch. And the Milanese strap, I think for me, the Milanese strap, David, it really adds something extra to the watch itself. It makes the whole watch look, I think, a lot more expensive, if I may say.
Well, Milanese, it's a tremendous finish. It was originally called Shark-Proof. It's made out of about 2 meters of pure stainless steel.
Yeah.
And then it's treated with IP to give it that resilience. And I think, yeah, it can be sized very easily as well. So you wear it immediately, get it out.
Yeah, it is, and that's the good thing about it. You don't have to go off to get it done specially. You see, now I've got another little bit of an issue on this next watch because even though I preferred that darker face on the last one, I think I'm going to show you this red. Well, you can tell me the colour that it's called, but check this out again. Have a little look at this. So what we have is the Vickers Armstrong limited edition barrel roll chrono watch with genuine leather strap. Let me just get, oh, wow. You see, now looking at that there, and especially on that screen, that looks $1 million. There's no way you would think that that's £97.99. The item number, if you want this one, is 050241. Brand new today, never seen on ITV before. And you can, of course, split that into 3 on your PayPal Pay in 3. Go to the website to order that one. When you're there, shop ahead, get your other watches and timepieces that you want into your basket and get them checked out because we are expecting a very busy show. David, tell us a bit about this.
So this, I mean, I love actually the number 050241 because the phone number you have to call is 03333 241 241.
Oh yeah, it is.
So you know, a bit of a geeky thing. Anyway, if you look at the design of that watch, This is my favourite because of the size of it.
Yeah.
Because in fact it is a 38 by 40 millimetres, which is much more forgiving if you have a smaller wrist size. It also makes it a unisex watch as well. So if you're looking for a slightly smaller presentation, this is a watch. Also, because it has got that rectangular face to it, it makes it incredibly unusual.
Well,
and as you're moving it around, you can see the fume dial on it.
You can. And you know what? You said that. You surprised me when you just said about the size of the face, and you said it's a slightly smaller face. That on my wrist, I like a big watch. That does not look small to me. That looks, when I look down at it, looks absolutely stunning. And again, I love that it's got the Cyclops eye there as well, just to see that date nice and clearly as well. One thing we won't have to worry about tonight is wondering what time it is, because we're going to be showing you these timepieces right throughout the night. $97.99 for this one. I think that's great. There is 2 colours in this as well, and I shall show you the other colour as well in just a moment.
So the barrel roll is talking about the history of Vickers Armstrong in providing aircraft, in fact they were a massive supplier, and they actually produced a Wellington bomber in less than 24 hours during World War II.
Really?
A single one, in order to beat the Americans, who the Americans built a fortress in 48 hours. So we thought we had to do better than that.
Of course.
And Vickers Armstrong actually did that, which is rather, you know, because it's got I love the British history behind these brands. And I also like the idea that they're not brands you're going to see everyone wearing, because they're made in so limited numbers. And I'm saying this is the very first time we've ever seen this watch on ITV and STV.
So jump in right now and get them, £97.99. You've got the choice again. Now this here, do you know what? In the other watch that we showed a few minutes ago, I preferred the darker face. Actually, I do prefer that red face and the red strap on this one. By the way, talking about that strap, let me just extend that a little bit so you can see exactly what you're getting, and to turn that around and see you have got it embossed on the back, Vickers Armstrong's genuine leather as well, so you can see that. And look at, it's a good thick strap as well.
It's nice and slim as well. The case is 12 millimeters deep,
yeah,
which presents really beautifully on the wrist, and they're hand waxed leathers, and you've got that contrast stitching in red.
Yeah, beautiful piece. Which color are you going to go for? It's entirely up to you. A brown strap, a black strap. You can see that beautiful face, and again that Cyclops eye there. Again, it belies the price. There's no way if you're wearing that someone would go, bet that's less than £100 for that watch. They'd never think you paid that for it. And
also what I like about it is very understated as a watch. So many watches can be overly gaudy. This certainly is not. It's really very smart.
There you go. Right, so you got to make the decision which colour you're going to go for. Maybe again, you're going to go for both of them. $279.99 should be the usual price on that one. But of course, tonight you can see here, brand new at ITV, you're getting that for £97.99. Right. You go for the option of colour you want. It's entirely up to you. But $97.99, doesn't matter which colour you go for, the price is the same. Do you know, I'm distracted again, because when you see what we have now, this is...
there's a watch for everybody.
Yeah,
right?
this is beautiful.
And the reason we're rattling through these watches is because we really want to present as many as we possibly can, to give you the choices. Yeah. We've got unprecedented choice tonight. Yeah.
Now, this really is... Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do here with this, okay? I want you to see the back of this first, okay? Because this is from Swan & Edgar. Again, we're getting that pen with this as well. Absolutely there for you, okay? Have a look at the back of that just there, okay? That is gorgeous. Tell us a bit about that back and what they call that, David.
So this is called the exhibition back, and it was invented by John Harwood, that rotor arm. That is called an automatic movement. And in the Bolton, in the centre of Bolton, he had a shop, and he invented this automatic movement, which was immediately stolen by the Swiss, of course.
Immediately.
And he fought that in the international court, and he won his case. And then the Swiss had the temerity to advertise using his name.
Really?
After they had tried to nick the invention of him. But anyway, this is a 210-part, 20-jewel movement. It has that open exhibition front to it with that crosshatch detail, which call that a Cornwall bridge. And in terms of the dimensions, it's 45 by 49 millimeters and 17 millimeters deep. It is called a tonneau case. The tonneau case, French for barrel, invented originally by Cartier.
Oh, I can see that.
Is again a very, very special finish, mineral glass. And we're going to show this is brand new tonight, the excavator. But beyond the excavator, we can also show you a similar watch in a steel design. If you like the concept of that watch, but you want a steel design, we'll show you that later.
Yeah.
But this excavator, as I say, we've got 3 different color variations there. So have we got the other colors, David? Because we have got, oh no, they're behind.
I've got 2 here.
Got
Yep.
2. There's
I'm gonna
one
bring the other
more,
one in
David.
as well.
Yeah.
Just going to say to you as well, we are going to be joining, or STV are going to be joining us very shortly. So we're going to be welcoming the lovely people of Scotland very shortly. And then I will give you all the details of this. So 976-529 is the item number if you want this one. And as you can see on the price of that just there for you, it is $139.99. It should be $315. I will put these singularly on my wrist in a moment, but we are just literally about to welcome in the guys from STV, so we will do that very shortly. Now, the prices of these, we're going to show you the metal bracelet ones as well, so we'll get into more detail on those and I'll show you the movement. We'll talk about that movement. But first of all, we will take a very, very brief pause just to say hi and welcome to the people from STV, and then we will carry on with these amazing, amazing watches. So welcome to our STV viewers. You just joined us at a great time actually, because I've got a watch here that the name means barrel from French, you said.
Yes, it's tonneau, which is French for barrel.
Yeah.
And this watch, the highly sought after watch in this particular execution, this is blue, folks, and blue is one of the most popular colors for watches on the planet. If you like the concept of this watch, it is an automatic watch. It's 210 parts and 20 jewels. It's got mineral glass on the face, first layer leathers, 5-year warranty, a pen included, a little flash of red on the gasket there on the crown, and the design is in a limited number of executions.
That's beautiful. Now, because this is that rolled glass on this, what do you call that, the glass that's curved?
This is mineral glass.
Yeah, but the
and
fact
it's
that it's
tonneau.
Tonneau glass, tonneau.
Yes.
But the curved glass, yeah.
The curved glass.
I was wondering if there was a special name for it.
No, there isn't, no.
So me, with my simpleness of curved is the right thing. And because of that, you can see what it does give you is it gives you lots of light reflection. And now we have many, many lights here in the studio, and that's why you're getting lots of lights like that. But you imagine that in a normal setting in the pub or in the club or wherever it might be, all of those lights flashing across your timepiece from Swan & Edgar. This is the Excavator automatic watch and genuine leather strap again. Remember, you do get that free pen with this as well. £48.31 is your first of your PayPal pay in 3 payments. So again, brown, navy or cherry, and it's $139.99, or remember those payments for you as well. You can split them. Isn't it gorgeous? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Right.
So you might like the look of that watch, but you might say, I'd like a nice engineered strap on it. I would like a stainless steel strap. So we have exactly that. Slightly different design, but exactly the same fascia to it. 210 parts and 20 jewels.
Wow.
Exactly the same movement as you saw before. Also it has the exhibition back on it. It's weighty, this watch, 190 grams in weight, and you can see at the back there the exhibition back. That is showing you it's an automatic. No need for batteries for this, no taking it to the jewelers. It will simply tell the time if you wear the watch on the basis of kinetic energy.
That is fabulous. So as you were walking, as you were moving your wrist and your arm, it is winding all of the time for you, so no worries. And now this I've got to put on correctly. I've got to put this onto my wrist because I want to get a good feel for this one.
It's actually a very large strap, so
Ooh,
you
yeah.
probably need to size it down. But
That's beautiful.
the engineered strap, that's another icon in the watch industry. That it was invented about 30 years ago, 40 years ago, and it's made of pure stainless steel, and there's an IP finish to it, which gives it the flash, gives it the look of being able to be really kind of catching the light in the right way. You've got that lapis blue finish. You've got a bit of William Morris going on in the middle of that watch, and that's another thing Swan & Edgar do really well. The dial designs are really stunning. Day and date as well.
I love that open front on it. You can see that movement behind. That when I see anybody wearing a timepiece with that kind of movement that you can see from the front, I always think that is an expensive, beautiful watch. But you know what? £320 I would be happy to pay for this. But of course, tonight this is Shop on TV, £139.99. You can decide which of the straps you want. And in fact, we can change this over because I've got the rose colour just here as well, the rose gold colour. So again, if you want something really flash, something that stands out even more, well, this could be the one for you.
Rose
Same
gold
price.
flash.
Yeah, rose gold flash, beautiful as well. Great news for you folks. Stay tuned because the tourbillon is coming next. I genuinely cannot wait to get into the details of the tourbillon with David because I know a little bit about tourbillon, but I can't wait to learn some more about it. Which colour would you go for? Is this watch, does this one rock your world? Is this the one that floats your boat? Is it the one that you think, yep, that's for me? Well, you decide whether you're going to go for which colour in that. And of course, we had the leather strap ones as well. Slightly different face design, but beautiful nonetheless. I almost feel like there is, there's a bit of royalty just come into the studio here at the minute because, okay. I almost feel that I need to, it's almost like
well,
I need to sit up straight for this one because this is very special.
You have just turned left into the plane.
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting your champagne.
Yeah.
You're going to sit down and you're going to give one of those little towels to get your, and then you say, would sir like a tourbillon?
Before you do that, I'm going to hold you back a second, okay? I'm going to hold you back. I need to tell you because people are going to be jumping on these, okay? So Swan & Edgar limited edition tourbillon. We'll find out about the limited edition as well. Watch with leather strap. I've just found out that the red has just sold out, folks.
This was the red, folks.
Is gone. So we will be talking about the only one we have is the green left. I told you earlier, shop ahead of us. Some clever people did, so the red is gone. Okay, we will talk about the green one. We're going to show you that. £999. You can do PayPal P&3. David, do that big reveal. You've got to reveal it. You've got to reveal it. You've got to reveal it. This is beautiful.
I'm so excited about the red having it. But anyway, when you get this home, it comes actually in the box behind me. It comes in that box to start with. And then that box opens, and then you open this box, and then you see what you have purchased. And I have to tell you,
the camera there. Look at that.
And we have to. I always warn people if you lean too forward, it will drop out. So we don't want it to do that.
There we go, just there.
Inside here is 80 parts moving through 360 degrees every minute. That's the genius of Abraham Louis Breguet, and what he was trying to do is negate the force of gravity by putting the escapement and the pallet fork and the balance spring into a cage. This is a flying tourbillon. It's incredibly difficult to do this, and it takes 30 watchmakers and 450 processes to make a single watch. In addition, I've never seen a watch with the same level of beauty and elegance of design. Because if you look at the 42mm case size, classic case size, sapphire glass, diamond etched indices, fumé d'art. Can you see how that's moving in the studio lights? You get this home, you're going to be so stunned. And I haven't even shown you the back of the watch yet. The back of the watch is a work of art on its own.
Now, we have just found out that there may be one red that is available. If it's in someone's basket and it's not checked out, it's still available. So if you do want the red one, which I will show you jumping on, but there's more people trying to get hold than we have actually got stock. And that is always the case when it comes to this. Now, David, you mentioned the back. I'm just going to bring the back in here and show you that. Now, as impressive as the front is, the back is equally as impressive. It's almost a shame that that is against your wrist. Look at that. Look at the movement of that. It is just the most, do you know, I feel I need to speak differently and quieter and more succinct.
More reverently.
More reverently. That's,
you too.
Yeah.
Because
beautiful.
Breguet, when he invented this, he probably had no idea you can make a sculpted 316 stainless steel work of art from Swan & Edgar. And there are many tourbillons out there. You've done your research. No one buys this tourbillon without looking at other tourbillons. But tell me anyone that's got one as beautifully simple and elegant as this. And this is a flying tourbillon, as I said, it's very hard to do. It's got a single point of contact into that sub-assembly you're looking at, the open heart moving around. And you can see the actual pallet fork doing its stuff there, the rotor, the way that balance wheel is actually moving around. And in addition to that, because of the fact it's a tourbillon, it has a 28,800 frequency. That's a high frequency movement to it. 42-hour power reserve on that. Look at the fine detail of that abyss hands.
I love it. Look at just behind there, that little wheel is turning as well.
This is magma red. And if there are reds left over there, I mean, we think there might be one.
We think there's one, yeah, if you want the red. And 4 people with it with that last one in their basket. The others that we had have been checked out. They have now officially been purchased. Blue has definitely sold out already. So the red, there's 1. There's 4 people with it in the basket. Another 100 people could join and put this into their basket, and they would be allowed to put it in. But it is only the next person that actually checks out that will own this beautiful tourbillon from Swan & Edgar. I actually don't even hardly want to say that you get the pen with it as a bonus, because the tourbillon is so special that you just wouldn't even need a pen with it. But you do get it. It is stunning, and I mean, and do you know what I love about this, David, is that when you look at this here, and again, I really feel that it's a shame that, actually, I'm going to put the other colour on my wrist, if I may. It's almost a shame to put this on your wrist and not be able to see that back, that open back, that you can see everything working. But just look at this here. This is just the most, and I love it because it's so simple. But you know, when you look at a watch, and if you are a watch person, you know what you're getting. You know you've got that tourbillon movement, and everybody knows the face of this doesn't have to scream and shout at you. It's that tourbillon movement that is front and center. It is class.
So this is space green, and as you can see, it's almost got a blue tinge to it.
It does.
The whole idea behind this, and really, we're going back. Very privileged people are going back into space, and they're seeing the contrast between the night sky and space itself, and that is the color that is conceived here in this fumé dial. And you've got the dark of the universe, and then you've got the light around the equator of the Earth, and that is something quite mesmerizing and special. Breguet was a lucky man. He nearly got chopped in the revolution. We would not even be seeing these watches had Breguet been killed.
Right.
He was only escaped because he had a friend in the revolution that saved him, because he actually provided watches to Marie Antoinette, Napoleon, and George III. What an amazing combination.
Do you know, how do you even start to make a movement like this? It's just so complex. It's unbelievable. And tourbillon movement is to do...
It's French for whirlwind.
Yeah.
But when Breguet came up with the idea, and everyone in the industry says, oh, it's whirlwind, tourbillon's whirlwind. But in fact, it's about the solar system.
Right.
It's really the planets, and the planets rotating around the sun. And that's what you see in this watch. There's so many talking points around tourbillons, and when you get one, you'll be part of an exclusive club. There are so many people who want to have tourbillons, can never afford them. But tonight, for under £1,000, it's definitely a considered purchase.
It is, but it's affordable for a tourbillon.
It's affordable and
Absolutely, I agree. And especially if you want to split this over 3 with PayPal, you can do that as well. So what you would do is go to the website with this, and then you pay £335 and 32p on this one, your first payment fee. That includes your P&P on this. Okay, let me tell you exactly where we're at with this, folks. Every single one of the tourbillons, as expected, are all in baskets right now. There is a tiny number that are available. There is 6 times more people trying to get hold of what we have left. Okay, now we don't have massive stocks of this, but quite big stocks for something that is a tourbillon watch. So if you do want to secure yours, I really urge you to check that out right now. Get it, and then it's yours, and you're happy. It's just the most beautiful watch. I think I'm going to have to have a chat deeper with David about this. It's so stunning, it really is. Loads of people, 6 times more people trying to get it than we actually have. So grab those as quickly as you possibly can. Now, I'm not going to lie to you folks. I don't expect that we will be going back to the Tourbillon from Swan and Edgar because I think they will be all checked out very, very shortly. I've got to say hello to Phil and Haley as well, who are watching right now. Phil down in Horley and his missus. How you guys? How's it going? Right. Matt from Stockton.
Ah, Stockton.
So he has bought the World Timer, apparently.
That's great.
Oh, he bought it for their son.
Excellent.
That's pretty nice. Well, let's have a look. I just want, again, this has to be, I brought my little cloth here because I want this to be absolutely perfect for you when you see this. Okay, so this here, I'm going to be honest with you, the Tourbillon is my desired watch, but the one that I was drawn to immediately when I spoke with David earlier on, I've got to tell you, is this one from Swan and Edgar. Just look at this here. This is the Swan and Edgar World Timer. Look at that. It's a quartz watch with stainless steel bracelet. And I'm going to tilt that a little bit more forward and then get David to tell us a bit about that.
It's not just a quartz watch. It's a mecha quartz watch from Seiko. Now, Seiko make a hybrid movement. This is the pinnacle of the quartz collection. And you'll see that movement in some very high-end watches, but they probably won't tell you it's a Seiko quartz movement. We are telling you it's a Seiko mechanical quartz movement. And the accuracy of that, according to Seiko, is less than a second of a day error.
Okay.
And we have executed this in a 51mm case size with sapphire glass. And I've just been told in my ear that it's actually more accurate than the clock we use to synchronize our channel. So that gives you an idea.
That is a fact. And that's a digital one as well.
So that is quite special. And this also allows you to tell the time in 24 cities around the world.
It does, and you were showing me this earlier and I was quite wowed by it as well. Now, first and foremostly, I'm going to tell you that this is exactly the type of watch, the type of timepiece that I go for. I think this is nothing short of stunning. I really love this. This is a timepiece I would wear every single day of the week. Every single day. The Tourbillon, I would love to own, and I would love to take that out for special occasions. But this here, I think is stunning. David, tell us a bit about this.
So
more.
The inspiration behind this, of course, is space travel. And you have Mars, the Earth, and the Moon as subdials.
Of course, the red planet, you can see that, of course.
The red planet, and in fact, we have one variation that has the red planet on the fascia of the watch. And you can see there the glinting stars. Now, this is an incredibly expensive and difficult process to make. And by the way, this price, 1,599, I have presented so many of these shows, and that is a very good price.
I can tell you this right now.
For this watch.
I told you before, I love watches, I love timepieces, and I use the word watch or timepiece. I think this deserves a timepiece, and sometimes I don't like people, you know, using the word timepiece too much. Just like, you're just trying to be a little bit more posh about it. But you know something, I think this does deserve that. You've got that date window in there as well, and of course, as David said, getting the time in 20, how many different countries? 24.
So you've got 24 cities around.
24 cities around there.
So we will show you how this works.
Yeah.
And it's very simple, really. My assistant is on the money here, moving London now to 2400, no, to 1 o'clock now. I think we're at 1 o'clock. Thank you very much. And the Azores is 2400 hours, Cairo 3 o'clock in the morning, and New York 2000 hours. So you can see by setting the time, you can tell the time everywhere else. This, by the way, is the Nebula Grey version. It's a limited edition, this, because it's actually to do with the Space Center in Coventry, I think, or somewhere like that. I can't remember where it's at. So this is a very, very special timepiece in that Nebula Grey.
It's beautiful. Big shout out to Phil Quinn as well up in the boat in Whittlesey, who's tuned in at the moment as well. Hi Phil. And Maria, how's it going? There you go, look at that. There's the slightly different color just there, and that again is, oh, honestly, I'm going to tell you this right now, and this is 100% true.
Yes.
I am going, if there's one left at the end of the show, I am purchasing this very watch. Well, not this.
The Nebula Grey.
The Nebula Grey. I think it is just beautiful.
So a little bit more of the story on that one. There's a guy called Jesus Manuel, who works on hydrogen-powered travel. So water in space can be electrolyzed into hydrogen and oxygen and provide space propulsion. And Jesus is working on that. And he is a Swan and Edgar ambassador in Belgrave, Leicester.
Right.
So it's Leicestershire. I said Coventry before. It's Leicestershire, the National Space Centre. And that's the connection between that and this watch. And he's the ambassador behind the Swan and Edgar brand.
It is, that is, do you know what? This is, for me, my takeaway watch tonight. I think there's a lot of very pretty, beautiful watches, but that's the one for me. That is gorgeous. And I promise you, I am genuinely going to buy one. And even though I literally have tens of pounds in my bank right now, I'm really rich at the minute. I am going to.
You've got PayPal.
No, I'm going to do it on PayPal Pay 3. That's exactly what I was going to say. So I will
get a pen so you can write checks out.
So I can write a check out. £54.98 right now. Okay, got to move on. These ones are very busy as well. Please do me a favour, ladies and gentlemen. I need you to do me a favour. Leave one for me, will you, at the end of the show, please? Because I want to get one of them. And you know something? You might think to yourself as well, oh, he's not going to buy one of them because he'll get it somehow cheaper. Honestly, I can't. This here is £230. Tonight, right here on ITV, on ShopOnTV, we have it £159.99. There's no way, even David, there's no way.
Well, you go on the web. I went on the web today and I couldn't find it under £230.
No, and you can't do anything for me either. I've got to pay the price. I've got to pay exactly what you're paying. Well, I've got a pen out of it. Yay! Brilliant. That's a beautiful piece. Okay, we've got to move on because we're going to change over. Don't forget Swan and Edgar. Every single timepiece you get from Swan and Edgar, you will get that pen as well, which is always brilliant as well. So it was Mags Wilson who said she bought the world timer for his son in blue, and he's bought. He said he's bought it if you've changed my sex to male. But there you go. There you go. Mags bought it. So well done. Thank you so much indeed. Okay. Now I'm going to come along here to something next that really intrigues me. Okay. And I'll tell you why this intrigues me. Wait till you see the price on this. We have already previewed this one, and already during the preview, quite a bit of this stock went. This is the Samuel Joseph limited edition sports multifunctional watch with a silicon strap. Now, I'm going to be straight with you. You know I always am. I never say anything to you that's not true. I used to hate silicon straps. I couldn't see the reason for them. And then I got a watch that came with a silicon strap and I went, that's why. They are supremely comfortable. They really are. And when you see the red silicon strap on this one, you're going to love this as well. You can have this in black or red. £59.99. £199 is what this should be. It is a multifunctional watch. David will tell us more about this. £21.65 right now on your PayPal Pay in 3 0333 241 241, or go to the website. I'm going straight to the red here because I love this one. Even putting that silicon strap on, you can feel how comfortable this is. This is, I've got to be straight with you, this is a chunky watch. If you don't like a chunky watch, this is not for you. But if you like a watch that has presence, this is for you. Check it out.
In the remaining months of the summer, this still is going to work on the beach. It's going to work when you go down to the nightclub or down to the pub, because it does stand out. And if you've got a particular football team you like and you like the colours, that works as well.
Liverpool.
Now, in addition to
there's only one football team that you think of when you think of red, and that's Liverpool.
And AC Milan.
Liverpool. I just told you, David. Listen to me, man.
Yes, sir. So you've got a rotate. Actually, just to mention that you might think, oh, at that price point, you won't have a rotating bezel. Well, you have got you've got a rotating bezel, folks.
Oh no! Wow.
Look at that. You've got the time in New York is 8:25, and the time in London is 1:25. That's one of the functions of the watch. You've got an alarm on the watch as well, which we'll show you how that works later. You've got a stopwatch function on the watch, and you've also got gunmetal inserts around the silicon. And I've got a lot of it. We've only been showing this watch for about 3 months, and the feedback has been stunning because it's the price point, you see, $59.99 for all of those functions, reduced from $199, of course. It's such a lovely entry level into the Samuel Joseph range.
You know, if you've never bought from us here at ShopOnTV before and you think, you know, I really like that and I'd like to dip my toe into some things, this could be a great place for you to do that. Now, I can promise you this. Like I said to you, I am a huge fan of watches, and there's so many watches and timepieces I wish I could have. but I can't. But tonight we've made a tourbillon if there's any left of it. Very achievable for some people as well. But this here for £59.99 or £21.65 tonight on your first of 3 and your PayPal Pay in 3. Let's move on to the black one. I just want to point out, just let me hold this strap for a second. I want you to see this gunmetal just here. That is absolutely beautiful. What a beautiful addition. And when you turn around here, you can see also the detailing on the side of that and how beautiful that watch looks.
I mean, it's a lot of watch for £59.99.
It's a huge amount of watch for that. It really is.
The daunting thing about these watches is when you get them home and you think, how the hell do I set the time? How do I work this watch? Well, I've got good news for you. We can explain how that works. So, if you press that mode button 3 times, you can then set the time. And setting the time is simply using the start-stop button at the top. So you can now stop that at 3:03, let's say. So 3:03. When you're happy with it, press reset, and you're moving on to the month and the day. So it's the 24th of May on this right now. We'll leave it at the 24th of May. And then let's look at setting the day of the week. So we can scroll through the days of the week, and then we can select the day of the week that's appropriate for that. And when you're happy, press mode, and everything is done. Now, if you want to set the alarm to wake yourself up in the morning, you simply press mode twice, and then using the reset button, you can set the time you want to be woken up. So let's say you want to be woken up at 7:27. So set it at 7:27. When that is all set, then you simply press mode again, and that's locked in. Check what time it is by pressing reset. So 7:27 is the time you're going to get woken up. And on the right-hand side, you can see the bell function. It's just gone off because I pressed both start, stop, and reset together. That puts the alarm on and off. So when the alarm rings, simply press start, stop, and that will stop the alarm. And if we're lucky, the alarm might ring some point this evening because we've got the alarm set. Now, if you want to do the stopwatch function, you press the mode just once, and there's your stopwatch working in hundredths of a second. You can then go back to seeing the time by pressing mode, and now you're looking at the time again. So it's got all of those functions, and you'll love playing with that watch. It's a great boy's toy, or a girl's toy for that matter, and I do encourage you to get this watch.
That's gorgeous. Sarah Metherell saying hi to you as well. Caroline Duggan as well. Lots of people tuning in. Now, I've put this one on here, the black one, and I'm just going to kind of, fold my arm so you can see it actually on my arm from a distance. So if you're wearing something like this and somebody's across the bar or across the lounge or across the dance floor, whatever it might be, this is how it looks on the wrist. Again, it looks fab. And when you think that this is $59.99, it really does belie. That is a beautiful piece of jewellery around your wrist for that kind of price. It is gorgeous. I would encourage you, especially with the alarm function and the multifunction on the dial, to grab yourself one of these right now. Maybe, as I say, you haven't shopped with this before and you want to dip your toe in. Well, this could be the one for you. So 987615, that's the item number. It is busy, I'm told, for this one as well. And as you know, I don't really like that. Oh, we're really busy. Come on, get it quickly, because you think, but genuinely half the stock of this is already gone. And I just tell it as it is to you, folks. I always have done and I always will. And if something is not selling, I would say to you, you don't seem to like that one. We move on. But over half the stock of this one. And because this is $59.99, we have quite a big stock of this as well. So that's quite good. So whether you're going to go for the black or the red, it's entirely up to you. I've got to say, I think for the fun element of it and the sportier thing, I would go for the red. But again, if you've never had a silicone strap before, I was kind of anti them for quite a long time. But I am a fan of them because of their comfort as well. Right, okay, so Samuel Joseph, again, we're going to stick with right now. Now, I'm expecting some great value here as well. Oh, you see, this is the thing, right? Is what this man is doing here with the range of watches that himself and, of course, Maria decided between them and Tina to bring us. They really have brought us a gorgeous, gorgeous selection, not only of timepieces and watches, but different variations to them as well. This one, I'm going to start off with the silver face on this one because it is the slightly more striking one for me. I love the butterfly clasp as well. It's not, I don't know, what's this clasp called? That's not a dual deployment, it's a single deployment. Single deployment. Yeah. I love. See, I asked David because he has these beautiful names for these things. Now this is quite, it's quite a discreet watch. This is not overly big in any way. What size is the face, Dave? And tell us
it's a
something about
38
this.
mil. It's very much of the 70s and 80s in terms of the shape.
That's
That watch.
Yeah.
It's got a Jubilee strap to it. So the Jubilee strap is, everyone knows what a Jubilee strap is. And the skeleton finish as well.
Love it.
So across the whole thing, you've got the Samuel Joseph, if you look at that, it's got a little anchor and a rope around it. There's a nautical theme. Samuel Joseph, actually a London brand that was really brought together by a bunch of watch enthusiasts that wanted to make affordable watches. This is very much on the affordable side of things. And because it's got that mineral glass to it as well, stainless steel, and that's an automatic movement at that price.
Wow.
Under £100.
£74.99. Now, £210 is, if you saw this in the window of a jeweller's and you saw £210, I believe you would consider that. You would think that's a lovely looking timepiece for that. But £74.99. My friend Derek went in last night to a pub and he rang me this morning. He said he bought a round for him and 5 friends, and it was over £40. Now, here you have a beautiful timepiece that you can use. It's elegant. It is gorgeous for £75 or £26.65 on your first of 3 PayPal Pay in 3.
I think
I love
there's
the
an exhibition back on it as well.
The little accents as well, just along here at the little 3, 4 and 5s around there. They look beautiful.
Tiny little kind of like a little bit of work going on to catch the light.
Yeah.
I like the fact you've got the skeletonized dial with a
Beautiful.
A nice silver treatment to it.
Let's have a look at the back then, because
There
right.
is an exhibition.
There is an exhibition back on it, yeah. Now again, if you think for £75 you're getting so much, let me just introduce that exhibition back on that there, and you can see the front and the back of that watch. So much intricacy with this, and beautiful. And you know something? There's a friend of mine up in Whittlesey, Robin Bass, and he's crazy into watches. And I'm going to say he probably has 40 or 50 watches. And we would often sit and talk about watches. And this one here, if you were sitting talking with a friend or somebody like that, you would have so much to talk about. Automatic movement and that exhibition back, and of course a skeleton front on it. And there's no way you would think, anyone would think you paid £74.99 for that. But listen, this is the power of us here on Shop on TV, folks. But don't delay. Grab yours as quickly as you possibly can. And you can have it tonight. If you want to go on PayPal Pay in 3, you can have it tonight for £26.65. And then you pay then the equal amount of that again next month and then the month after, just making it super easy for you. And again, £26.65. Well, do you know something? A cup of coffee these days is £4 or £5. So just to put it into perspective for you, again, making it really affordable on the PayPal Pay in 3. If you want to do PayPal Pay in 3, go to the website and then put it into your basket, go to checkout and go PayPal Pay in 3, fill in a few details. And once that's sorted out for you, then it is yours and you get it immediately. By the way, you don't have to wait till you've paid all 3 installments. Once you've been accepted on that and it's gone through, well, basically you will be able to have that home straight away.
So if you like the look of that watch, but you would like a larger case size, then this is the alternative watch from Samuel Joseph as well. It's exactly the same strap, different colorways. This is in the a matte black IP finish.
And I went straight for that as well, because this is, I think, discreet and discretion written all over this. Until then, you look closer, because you look at that matte black and it looks beautiful, it looks sporty, but then when you look a little bit closer and you see that exhibition front and a skeleton front and the exhibition back, you think, wow, that there is a beautiful piece. Again, $79.99 this one. It is a Samuel Joseph limited edition IP skeleton automatic watch with stainless steel bracelet, black or gold. And apparently, I've just been told as well, you've already shopped ahead on this one as well. And some of those already gone. If you have got them in, we call it allocation, folks, but it's in your basket. It's not yours until you check it out. So make sure you do just that. But look at even the way the Samuel Joseph is written just down here underneath that anchor and that rope around it. It just looks fab. And look at the movement, the intricacy of this is stunning.
Lovely to see the watch working, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, it's a great talking point to have a skeletonized watch.
It is.
This is slightly larger. You've got a rotating tachymeter bezel as well. Pure stainless steel around the strap, and it's treated with titanium nitrate, which is a very, very tough material put on the top of the watch to give it more resilience. And you've got two treatments. You've got polished in the center of the Jubilee dial and brushed around the edge of it. So a lot of work in a watch that is very, very affordable.
Looking at this watch here, just watch this as I move it around. Look at that, look at it now. You imagine that catching the light like that if you're out in public and it just popping like that. It almost looks like, do you know when you imagine somebody to open a big chest of gold, and then when it opens you get that real bright, whoa, that beautiful, not that one, but that beautiful shine and shimmer there. That makes that timepiece look stunning, 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 and that working bezel as well. I've got to move on with this. I'm going to show you the gold in this because honestly, again, you guys are loving this one as well. Very quickly show you the gold in this because it's only fair to show you that and how.
If you're feeling presidential, this is the watch.
Right, okay, so let's put this the right way around for you. Gemma, I think, did try and read me an email, but I was talking and I couldn't hear. It just said like. Any ladies' watches?
We do. We have
Yeah.
an Alma Cogan tribute watch, which is called the Duet.
Lovely. We will do that next for you, in fact, because you asked about it. And thanks, we did say at the top of the show, if you do have a question,
yes, exactly.
just ask us. Now, this here, what did you say if you wanted to feel a little bit more, went to wear something like this? What was the word you used a second ago, David? A bit more regal, or
if you want to feel more presidential.
Presidential, that was the one. Yes.
Do you see what I did there?
I did.
If you know your watches, you'll know what I'm saying.
Go on, tell us then.
I'm not going to say, otherwise I'm going to get into trouble.
Okay, we can't get David in trouble. He's far too nice for that. Samuel Joseph, limited edition IP skeleton automatic watch with stainless steel bracelet. Look at that, £28 and 31 pence. Your first of 3 PayPal Pay in 3, and that includes your P&P. But look the way that catches the light. That looks just beautiful, and there's so much of that gold color in the back just there in that movement. Look at it just shine, and it just gives you the most gorgeous opulence. It is, again, I'm using I kind of, do you know something? I hate it when people on TV like this use the same word.
The same word keeps on
but
being
you
used.
Can't help it.
You can't help it. No.
You look at it and go, it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. It is absolutely beautiful. It's lovely. You know, recently I wanted to expand my vocabulary, so I went out and I bought a thesaurus.
Okay.
And it turns out it was the world's worst thesaurus because it was, But not only was it terrible, it was terrible.
It's not a good read, is it? Because when you read it, keep on changing the subject, doesn't it?
Keep on changing the subject. That went over your head, didn't you? Not only
I know, I did get that.
I thought it would have laughed.
You know, dad jokes, I'm immune to. I've got a friend who keeps on sending me dad jokes, and I'm just getting to the point now. And not another dad joke.
Yeah, dad jokes are the best. Decide on which colour of those that you want. I'm quickly moving on as well because I thought that all of a sudden I was being hilarious. And you've been a learned man and having such vocabulary, I thought you would have just went, Alan, that was genius, especially for you as well. Big shout out to Sean Neve, who's tuned in as well just now. Oh, look at this. Ladies. Yeah. So, Jessica, was it? Okay, so Jessica, we have this specially for you. And because it's for you, I'm just going to shine this up so you can see this, and it's beautiful. So Gemma, our producer, said she's a girl's girl, so she is delighted to be seeing this as well.
So this has got a Swiss sportsman.
I just got caught up looking at it just there for a second. Sorry, David.
That's all right. No, you're just mesmerised.
Yeah, gorgeous. So Swan and Edgar, this comes with the
Swan and Edgar
well?
Comes with a pen.
Lovely.
Unless I'm told it doesn't come with a pen, it should come with a pen.
Now I know that I've got a man's hairy arm, but you can get an idea.
You're meant to put it on the fabric.
Is that what you're meant to do? Okay.
Yeah.
Paul,
can
you pretend that never happened just there, and just take the camera somewhere else? And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you this one just now. I shall put. Do you put it on the jacket? Or do you
put it on the jacket.
On the jacket.
Yeah, that's the idea.
It might not fit. Let's have a look and see. Okay.
Well, you just drape it.
I told you.
You're meant to drape it.
Why didn't you tell me all this beforehand?
I know.
We're literally here we're here 2 days ago, ladies and gentlemen, doing all of this. So in professional watch circles, ladies and gentlemen, we drape this over the jacket when it's a lady's watch. I don't know why you didn't know that at home, folks. You should have known that. Everybody knows that. But there you go. Look at that. Yeah. It's gorgeous. There you go. Swan and Edgar ladies duet watch with stainless steel bracelet. Now this again is sub £100. Bearing in mind you are getting this pen that comes with it as well. And if you go to the Swan and Edgar website to buy the pen, it is £55. So together you're getting great value here. £34.98 in your first PayPal in 3. 751420. Now I do mention that that item number to you. But if I don't, or if I fail to do that, please always know that for the current watch that is on screen, you will always see the item number that is corresponding to it at the top of the screen on the right as you look. 03333241241 or is the phone number, or go to the website shopontv.co.uk. If you want to email us, it is studio@shopontv.co.uk if you want to say hi to us as well. Lovely piece. So that was for Jessica. So thank you, Jessica, for asking about that. You did give us the lowdown on that, didn't you already? That's lovely, yeah, Swan and Edgar. Beautiful piece.
And next time we show this watch, we'll actually have it working. Okay, because we didn't start it up.
Did we not? There we go. You see, look.
But that's a bit of fun.
Okay.
And it is working, by the way. It's just we didn't.
Start the watch.
Those of you might think, oh, it's not working. Some of you are very clever. Just to say, yeah.
You will get it, I promise you. Right. Okay. I've just been handed back into Tourbillon. So we are going to go back to this, because there is a couple hanging there. So basically, okay, let me, please forgive me. I don't want to be telling you how to, so okay, you know all of this stuff. But just to say to you that people have this in their basket, you don't own it when it's there, okay? And we know that it's a considered purchase. And anybody who is just looking for something to wear to tell the time, they may say, well, I kind of, I'm more into the ones that you have there that are 70, 80, 100, 200 pounds. I don't quite want to go to 999 pounds. But for those of you out there who are enthusiasts of a tourbillon and have always desired a tourbillon movement, well, this is for you, because we have got this down to under the £1,000. It's 999 pounds. You can see what the price of this should be, £1,999. So £1,000 reduction on this tonight here. We did have what we would consider for a tourbillon watch a large stock of this, but that large stock is dwindling, is depleted very quickly, because we did genuinely have lots of people shopping ahead. And we always say that to you about people shopping ahead. And you will see why. Swan and Edgar, 561731 is that item number. I'm going to show you this, and I'm going to let David tell you all about it.
So this is a work of art. It's a 42mm case size, sapphire glass, abyss leaf hands, and 316 stainless steel around the case, a sculpted stainless steel, and the movement is a 322 part 19 jewel movement. 80 parts are in the moving cage, you can see at the bottom of your screen, and that is the magic that was invented by Abraham Louis Breguet in 1801, when he produced the watch to negate the forces of gravity. These are collector's items, they're the holy grail of watches. And when people research them, and everyone here that's going to buy a tourbillon knows exactly what I'm talking about, but I defy you to find one as elegantly executed as this particular example from Swan and Edgar.
And these are ultra difficult to make, aren't they? These tourbillon movements.
30 watchmakers collaborating, 450 processes, 80 milling processes alone. And I've seen these, but the amount of detail and the kind of the steadiness of every hand to put everything together, because that flying tourbillon in the center of that watch has only one visible means of support.
It is beautiful. And I love that they've kept the face of this one just so beautifully, elegantly simple, that accentuates those moving parts. How many moving parts that you can see?
So there are 322 parts, but you can see 80 parts in the cage.
Wow.
And that is the cage. And that cage has got the balance spring in it that's vibrating at 28,000 beats an hour.
How many?
28,000.
Wow, that is exceptional. Just think of the craftsmanship gone into this, and I am 100% using the word timepiece for this, because that is what this is. This is something exquisite. I genuinely feel really, really special having this on my wrist. It is a gorgeous piece. And you know something, some watches you get, they need to be flashy to catch people's attention. This here does it with its elegance, and then it draws out that tourbillon movement in the center. Look at the little wheels and cogs moving inside around the outside of this. It is absolutely, it is stunning.
Now you may think that this is brand new out of the box, but I just want to tell you, I've had this watch for 2 years.
This very one?
This very one.
No way.
And look how perfect that watch is after 2 years.
Wow.
And that gives you an example of how beautifully made it is. It has a 5-year warranty. And when we look at the side of the watch, it's got that sculpted stainless steel, those gull wings and the onion crown. It's so elegant. It really, and then that first layer leather strap with that deployment clasp on the back. And the deployment clasp is another useful feature to have. Alan will show it to you in a minute, because it means that you don't put any stress on the leathers.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, with an ordinary watch, you have to strap it up.
Yes.
Over time,
yeah,
the strap does wear.
And of course then, yeah, I can see, and you've had this one for 2 years, so therefore I can see, so if the strap was under stress, it would become old looking, which would potentially take a little bit of the look away.
So you see, because you just fit it like that.
Yeah. Right? Let's have a look at that one, and David is showing us that. Now, I've got it here as well, but let David show it to you.
Can I move it here?
Yeah, move it right in there.
So you can see this. This is the way that you protect the strap from actually getting any wear on it. So when you do it up like that,
you're not drawing and pulling on
You're not actually putting any stress on the leather.
Love it. And then, of course, we can open it as well completely, like so, and take this out of the front. But look at this. Look at the back of this here. This is the
That's the second work of art, really.
I really think it's a shame that that's against your wrist. I really do. Even if you were in a you know, your watch box, your watch display box or watch winder, I think it's such a shame that we're not seeing that movement.
And there's not a single straight line there. Everything is curved. You can see the 42-hour power reserve and some of the 19 joules to the watch.
Oh,
that drivetrain is how the watch is powered. 42 hours is a good, because you're not wearing this every day. No one wears a tourbillon every day. They wear it on special occasions.
But if you wanted to wear this every day, they are durable enough for that. It's not something that you have to worry about.
Most people will have several watches, and the tourbillon is something there.
Brilliant. Look, folks, let me be straight with you here, okay? Now, I'm not under any circumstance being remiss about the price of this. It is £999, and I will tell you, we know that this is a considered purchase. It is, okay? Let's be straight about that. But what I'm saying to you is that if a tourbillon has been something that you've always desired, a tourbillon is something that you've always said, that's on my bucket list to have, that's my real want, you know, at some stage in my lifetime, I want to own one of those in my collection. Well, is this not a most beautiful time for you to do that? And I'll tell you why as well, because not only can you get this right now at £999, it should be £1,999, but you can also split the payment into £335.32 right now. And that is your PayPal Pay in 3. So what I would encourage you to do is go along, put that in your basket, go to check it out, and then when you get to checkout, what I would say to you to do is put it into PayPal Pay in 3, and then fill in a little few questions that they ask you. You won't be there forever. You'll be there a very short time just doing that. And once that all goes through for you, you don't have to wait till the last payment is made before you receive your limited edition Swan & Edgar tourbillon watch. You will be getting it straight away. It will be with you within 4 to 5 working days. It is beautiful. Now, I'm going to show you the green one. We do need to move on. Look at the time. Is it that time already? It's 10 minutes to the hour of 2. So the time is literally flying. But look at this here. So this is the green. So again, depending on this one, again,
So that's space green.
Space green.
But it's really blue, isn't it? It's a kind of bluey green.
It is very blue, yeah. I'm not quite sure which, I don't care, actually, do you know something? I don't care which colour I got. If I go to buy one of these, there's only one colour left, it doesn't bother me, because it's so beautiful, each of the colours. I don't care what colour I have, and it's all about that movement in the front. Look at that outer wheel spinning around. Look at the movement in the centre of this. It is literally is a work of art.
And the way that fumé dial is finished, that's taken a lot of effort and work to do. And the abyss, the leaf hands, those are called leaf hands, they are very, very elegant and slender. And can you imagine the watchmaker actually placing those hands on the face of that watch? I mean, that probably is the easiest thing to do compared with everything else to make that watch perfect.
And how many watchmakers did you say collaborate?
30.
30.
30, yeah.
Wow, and that just shows you that it's probably for the reason that not all of them have the expertise for every bit.
As you know, tourbillons go up to hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
Most of the entry-level ones are about £14,000.
Wow.
But at this price point, I mean, £2,000 is a fair price for this watch. But if you actually start researching and say, I really love that watch, and I've done that this morning and having a look, you can't get it for $999. I mean, that is only tonight we can do this.
Brilliant. So look, this is the time. Please don't delay. Please don't dilly-dally. If you want this one in either of the colours, it is the Swan & Edgar limited edition tourbillon watch with leather strap, red, blue or green. But the blue, we already said, is sold out, gone, bye-bye. A tiny, no, actually, it's a single number, which is one of the green and the red, I believe. So if you do want it, please check it out now to make it yours. Don't wait, or you could lose out on it. Again, to £1,999, you can see how that is great value for that. But tonight, $999 for it. I'm almost sad handing it back to David, but I do get the watch. Look at, as I said to you, I'm going to be absolutely straight and forward with you that if I am going to genuinely buy one of these, and I mean that 100%. The watch that I took away from tonight, or will take away from tonight, is this next one. And I will tell you this, that the price on this you will be absolutely blown away by. And when David explains and talks you through everything about it, you will know why. And when you see it, I am so overwhelmed by this, and especially for the price. Just going to put those here like that so you can see these. And when you see the box this comes in too, it is stunning. First of all, let's see it on my wrist so you can see how that looks, and then we will show you these individually. Look. Oh, wow. Now, seriously, I want you to consider everything about this, and before David tells us all about it and why this Swan & Edgar limited edition world timer Mecha quartz watch with stainless steel bracelet is so special, I want to tell you about the price. $159.99 is an absolute steal for this, and I can promise you this, I have bought many watches over the years and given most of them to my brother-in-law David O'Reilly because I love him, and he's always saying that's a lovely watch, and I forget how many I've given him over the years, but he showed them to me recently, and I can tell you this, for $54.98 tonight in your first of 3 PayPal Pay in 3, I genuinely don't think you can go wrong for what you're getting here. David, it's all yours.
So this is the flagship watch from Swan & Edgar, apart from the tourbillon, which is in a rarefied atmosphere. So when the price was set at $230, that was considered to be the right price for this watch. It's not an inflated price, it's the price it gets sold every day at that price. I have presented this watch at $189 in the past, but very rarely at $159.99. So to get the Swan & Edgar flagship at that price is phenomenal. This has sapphire glass, this has supernova on the battens, it's a 51mm case size, 316 stainless steel around the case, an engineered case. It weighs 190 grams, it fits large wrist size, over 8 inches of wrist size. If you're blessed with a large wrist, this is a watch for you. 51mm, it's a lovely size of watch, and it is also a world timer. And we presented this watch 3 or 4 times, but we still haven't seen the back of this watch, which is the special side.
Have we not shown the back of this yet?
We have not shown the back of this watch.
How dare I, ladies and gentlemen.
We're saying we really...
Oh, we haven't? Oh, hang on. No. I've got to just drink this in a little bit myself first. Oh, wow. Oh, yes, now. Okay, I love it. Genuinely, I love it even more. Let me do something for you, please, folks, if I may, okay? Because I want you to understand what I got earlier today when I walked in here and why perhaps this watch became my watch of tonight. And I really mean that, is that David was showing me the watches, and anything that comes in a box, I'm like a magpie to seeing things. I just go, ooh, what's in there? What's in there? And I'd like to see if we can get this here and just show you the box that this comes in, because this here is stunning. And it comes with an outer box as well, which I'll just very quickly bring in here and just show you. So it comes with an outer box and then the inner box just here. And when you open this up, just watch, have a look at what you're getting. Just look at that. Look at the finish and look at what is presented inside to you. Look at the Swan & Edgar of London on the bottom, and look at that, the starred face on it, and of course the planets as well. You told me it's Earth, you told me that it is Mars,
and it's the moon,
and it's the moon,
and the back of that is the Mars sky,
okay,
with the flicker, the light.
Right. Now, let me show you the back of this, because now this is what you get. Now, I didn't even see the back of this until David mentioned it.
And you'd already bought it.
And I was already decided I'm buying it, and that is an absolute promise. I am. Just look at the back of that. David, tell us a little bit about this.
So this is a deeply etched stainless steel rendition of the original moon landing in 1969. If you're a one small step for man, a giant leap for mankind. Remember?
That is just beautiful.
That is just so lovely.
So that's Earth. The Neil Armstrong, we
Alan
call
wasn't
it.
born by then, but
No. What year was it?
69.
69. No, I was Twinkle. And then you can see that's the moon lander, I guess, just there as well, is it?
Yeah.
That is absolutely beautiful. I did not know the back was like that. 100%. Well, I was 100% earlier. You can't get more than 100%, but this is going to be in my small but select.
It's a great collection, and it has a fabulous movement as well. This mecha quartz. This is not ordinary quartz. It's mechanical drivetrain and quartz combined by Seiko Industries. Accuracy claimed less than a second a day of error, and the battery life on this is 3 years with average use. That is what is the Seiko specification.
That is beautiful. We have a little bit of VT clip. VT we call it because it's called videotape.
So
but of course we don't use
timer
videotape
works.
Anymore.
So again, in the back room, someone is working hard to get this to 1 o'clock. London is at 1 o'clock now. Paris is at 2 o'clock. And you can see in Moscow it's 4 in the morning, and in Chicago it's 1900 hours. New York time for a little bit of supper at 2000 hours. And then you can move it again and move it to London at 2 o'clock. And if we set London at 2, which we're kind of at right now, Tokyo is 11 in the morning, Sydney 12. You get the idea. If you're traveling, if you're talking to people in other countries, this is a great talking point.
I'm just going to show you. I don't know how. Hopefully, this will look nice for you. I'm going to put the orange face one on my wrist in a second. But let's see if Paul. Well, I know he will because he's a genius. Our director, Paul.
Yes.
Just to show that around there, so you can see the three colours next to each other. I'm going to pop it onto my wrist in just a moment. But just to show you the three of them together, maybe it'll make your decision a little bit easier to make. Just lift that up slightly for you. And there you go. So which of the colour, so what do we call, so blue, grey and orange. So the end one here is the grey, correct?
Correct.
And then the blue in the middle and then the orange. Now all of them have the starry sky, don't they?
They have the starry sky, they have the flecks of silver inside them, which gives it that pop. They've all got sapphire glass, they've all got that superluminova. If you know about Swiss superluminova, it is the premier material for luminosity.
And
it's not radioactive. You might think it's radioactive. It isn't. That was banned years ago.
Of course, yeah, because there's terrible stories about that.
There
used to be ladies that used to be in and used to lick the paintbrush and then dip it into it and it became terrible. Right, let me put one of these on my wrist so you can see before I knock them all over. I'm going to put because we saw the blue and the grey on my wrist earlier, I'm going to put the orange one on here. Now, some people do like a watch to stand out even more, and the orange face might be the one that you really, really love. And if it is, well, here it is for you on the wrist so you can see what it looks like. Now, I'm thinking, this is just my thought, David, please chip in as well and tell me what you think. I'm thinking that if I'm going out and I'm wearing a really nice, denim blue jeans and a really cool shirt and I'm kind of, smart casual, this orange would be brilliant. If I'm dressing up a bit more, I think the dark blue, and I think the grey, well, for any day of the week, really, I think that's an all-rounder.
Well, you can have 3 watches, but I was always drawn to the orange because the reason for that is very complicated, but it's because originally I had a very orange-coloured Seiko watch, which I lost in the Caribbean many years ago when I was being a bit stupid on a hobby cat. And it disappeared into the blue yonder.
When you're being a bit stupid, I'm stupid all the time.
Yeah, and so when I saw that orange, it just was reminiscent. It was called the Pogue watch. It was originally a watch that was used with the space station.
Okay.
There was a Colonel Pogue, I think, that wore it there. So when I saw this watch, it kind of just harked about that. And so I just like that idea of having orange because How many orange watches have you seen in your lifetime? Hardly
Very
any.
few.
Right?
Very, very few.
So if you want a little bit a bit windswept and interesting,
I love it.
this is the one.
I love it. It's Swan & Edgar limited edition World Timer Mecha Quartz watch with stainless steel bracelet. Now the blue, the grey, the orange, you choose which colour you want. Maybe you might go for more than one of them because again, at $159.99, it's very affordable, but even more so if you decide to go for the PayPal Pay in 3, $54.98. Right now, you will pay first of 3 if you just jump onto the website, and then as you go to checkout, please put in the PayPal, and then they will ask for a couple of questions, and then you will then, once that's sorted, you will then get this home straight away. We give you, by the way, the pen here on Swan & Edgar's on their website at £55, and that comes with every purchase of Swan & Edgar. Okay, it doesn't come with the other brands, but it does come with the Swan & Edgar. Each one that you buy, you will get one of those pens as well. And it is a lovely weighty pen. It's a nice pen as well. £55 on the website. Comes with it. Stunning piece. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's definitely, you can see why it's my takeaway. It is my takeaway. It's the bee's knees. It is a beautiful piece. And you know what? When we're doing a watch show, ladies and gentlemen, you tend to be speak a little bit slower because they are beautiful things and everybody is motivated. Well, most people are motivated by a watch or a timepiece, but they are just beautiful. They are, yeah, $159.99. Again, it's beautiful. What a great, imagine that. So what are we now? What is it? It's August. So if you buy it now, you'll have your payment in August, in September, in October. You've got this way paid off, way in time for Christmas. Yeah. And I can tell you this, I am, if you tried to buy a present for somebody who has, everything is to say, I am a man who has nothing. But no, I would be thrilled with this. If my lovely wife, Ellie, gave me this, if you're watching, honey. No, don't, please, because I am genuinely buying one at the end of the show. I'm 100% if you've left me one, and I please implore of you to do that. Have we done this one already?
Yes.
Wow.
We're back to the future. We've got the chopper.
I have, the chopper, of course we have.
Brand new brand.
Brand new for you.
Because Armstrong. And this is a quartz watch. It's a very, very good price point on this watch, reduced from nearly £300.
£299.99 tonight.
This is new. Right.
It's brand new.
And also it's a launch.
It is. Yeah. And that's even better then, because that's why you're getting such a reduction. So $299.99 down to $99.99. Launching it tonight. It's the first time seen here on ITV. Vickers Armstrong's limited edition chopper chrono watch and the Milanese bracelet. I've got to say the Milanese bracelet is one of my favorites. I did say earlier that the what would you call it watch? The strap. The silicone strap, yes, is so comfortable. The reason I like the Milanese strap is that it is super comfortable as well. Because of the small links on it, it does hug your wrist beautifully.
And it's going to be resilient as well because it's stainless steel.
Yeah.
And it's got that IP finish to it. It's adjustable. And unlike you were saying before, that steel watches do tend to take the knocks and bashes very well.
Yeah.
This has got mineral glass as well.
And of course, mineral glass, just a little bit about mineral glass, because we have mentioned that a few times tonight. It's just...
It's very, it takes knocks and scratches really well. It's scratch resistant. This is particularly scratch resistant. It's a 45mm case size. And at that price point, you'd probably expect to get something like a Perspex or something like on the glass.
And a lot of times, you see those watches and sometimes you see these brand names, these fashion brands on them, and you won't get, I don't think you would get the quality in those, and you pay a lot more than you're actually getting in this here. If you do, by the way, want to grab this and you do think, well, £100 right now, $99.99, I'd like to pay a little bit less tonight. Well, you can do that with PayPal Pay in 3, and you can do that tonight by putting it into your basket on the website and then going to checkout and then put it into PayPal Pay in 3, £34.98, and you will pay 3 of those, one now, one in a month's time, and one the month after. And again, you've got the Cyclops eye on this one as well, and again, very beautiful. This is the rose gold. Now we have the gold as well, the rose gold, the rose gold, the gold. We've got, you choose which colour you want. This is beautiful.
I prefer this one. I know you don't like it as much, but I just like the cherry. I like the cherry red.
There you go. Check that out. Yeah, so the rose gold basically is the colour of the strap, as you know, and the case of it. This one is the gold, but again, the gold comes with that slightly different colour face on it. Again, is that the one that suits you better? Well, check it
Now,
out.
what they've done, what Vickers Armstrong have done here is they've done a fume dial on the back of that. Your acid yellow contrasts with the fume dial, and there's 3 parts to the face of that watch. You've got an inner chapter ring, an outer chapter ring, and you've got the dial itself. And as the light catches it, I really like the look. Plus, if you look around the side of the watch, you look around the bezel, you've got that kind of aluminium-esque kind of claret finish.
Just beautiful. The way it catches the light and the light just reflects from it. Now, I know we're in the studio and the lights that we have here are particularly white lights, but you imagine this if you're out at a function or you're with friends and, you know, the sun is going down and it's catching the sunlight. Look at the way it changes as we move that around. It is an absolutely beautiful piece. And again, this genuinely is a bargain, a steal at $99.99. So whether you're going for this one, this is the gold, or of course that rose gold, and I'm just going to bring the strap in to show you the rose gold again, just so you can make that informed decision while we have both of them here, and while I just mess around with that. And that just shows you the difference in those.
The two. Now, a lot of people like the rose gold, which was a Fabergé invention in the 30s, really, or in fact the Fabergé egg, remember, had this kind of like rose gold finish to it. This is a rose gold IP, so it's stainless steel with a treatment on the top of it to give it the rose gold finish to it.
Yeah. Beautiful. And again, looking great. Which one is yours? Maybe again, this is something you can go for 2 of them. If you are just deciding tonight that actually I would like to go for the same watch and have 2 of them rather than, you know, getting one of one and one of the other. It's all up to you. And of course, the P&P is a cap P&P as well for you, which is always lovely. $4.95 for that. So have a look at those. Last minute before we move on to our next timepiece. I'm going to show you something that we have not seen yet tonight, so I'm excited to see. Oh, yes. Now, again, sorry, I know I do this. Every time I pick one up, I'm going, ooh.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
that
yeah.
one.
Okay, let me describe something to you, okay? I'm going to...
Which one? Is this the count?
Okay.
I think this is the count.
Right,
yes.
okay, right. So I'm going to describe this to you. Let's get the details of this on the screen, and I'll talk you through, because I want you to see and hear how much it is and what you're getting and how you get this before I talk you through it. So this is the Swan & Edgar limited edition count automatic watch with a leather strap at $129.99. Now, $129.99, I'm going to describe this. This here, when I look at this, I genuinely am thinking of a sports car. I'm thinking of, well, it's reminiscent. I know it's not a tourbillon, but it's got that open front as well. It's the open heart. It is... And I'll tell you why I think it's like a sports car, because the leather, and when you see the face of this, you will see, and you would almost think that you're in a very, like one of those multi-million-pound sports cars because of the face of this and the textures of it. You've got the, well, okay. Further ado, folks, let me show it to you. It's lovely. It is absolutely beautiful. Can you see what I mean? Can you see what I mean about that sports car? The leather seats. Inside here, then you can see the texture of this here. You would imagine this.
This is what Swan & Edgar do extremely well. When you look at the dial, this dial is a multi-stage process to be able to apply those Roman numerals on top of that cross-hatched Fabergé detail in that beautiful conker brown. In the middle, you can see the beating heart of the open heart. 210 parts and 20 jewels, day and month, date and day being shown there. 45mm case size with mineral glass, a beautiful finish to the bezel of that watch. It's kind of like just sweeps away, and the pushes are really understated. First layer leather, 5-year warranty on this watch. I mean, what's the price?
100. You won't believe this.
310, isn't it?
Well, that's the usual price.
Yeah, so it should be 300.
Yeah, it should be £310. £44.98 tonight if you want to get it, but $129.99 if you want to buy it outright. There's a huge amount about this that does not. And by the way, can I just show you something as well? Look at that. Now, honestly, they have no business of having a watch like this at that price. That is just, it has so much going on for it. Swan & Edgar Count automatic, the Count part of it?
Well, it's Count Devereux, who was one of the lords of the 17th century. I mean, everything in Swan and Edgar ties back to historical figures.
Historical figures, yeah.
Because they go back to 1812 originally, and it was the place where royalty used to shop. So whenever a design is made, and Anthony Fields does all the designs, we think of a historical reference. And that's the thing. Now, I prefer the blue, personally. That's very, very much on trend, that blue.
It is beautiful. Now, I'm showing you the back of the Conquer Brown, okay, rose brown and rose blue. The rose being, of course, the colour of the bezel itself in the rose gold finish, rose gold colour. But, of course, you can see the front and the back of them just there. Again, Swan and Edgar count automatic, water resistant to 3 atoms. What is that exactly? Do we know
so
that?
let's get this. I mean, this is always a confusion to people, isn't it? It's splash resistant.
Okay.
It is not something you go swimming or snorkeling with.
Okay.
You need at least, you know, like 100 meters to go diving.
Okay. I'm not going to wear something like this anyway if I'm going out into the sea, quite frankly, anyway. But beautiful, especially with that lovely leather strap, because you don't want to bring leather into water anyway, do you?
No, you
because
don't.
It's not good. So this is
dress watches.
Dress watches, exactly, yeah. Beautiful piece. You can see as I move the back there, this here, which is making the automatic movement turn, which is winding it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Are you grabbing yours? Is it on its way to you? £44.98, your first of 3 PayPal Pay in 3s if you want to go that way, or just £129.99 straight up. 031815 is the item number. I just want to give you just a quick rundown here, folks. So far tonight, we've probably seen 10, maybe 12 different watches and timepieces tonight, of course. Look at the standout watch, and there's no way of getting away from this. The standout watch tonight is that Tourbillon, because the Tourbillon watch is just, it's a spectacular thing. It's something that is aspirational. That tourbillon movement is something that you want people to see on your wrist, that you want to be able to talk about and show people up close and personal. There it is for you. There's the little clip. That is the standout watch tonight. There's no doubt about it, okay? That is the aspirational watch. That is the one that, if you can afford to have something like that, well, that is clearly, as I say, a standout. The absolute no doubt about it. But we have given you watches tonight for 60 odd quid as well, which again belie that price because they have so much going for them. But look at that movement, David. It is stunning.
Well, 322 parts in that movement, and 30 watchmakers collaborating. I mean, it's right at the top of the tree. Any watch collection, people would like to have a tourbillon. They normally can't afford one. Tonight you can.
Right. These keeps just getting. Honestly, I am in my element. I'm a lover of watches.
You're a kid in the candy store.
Tonight I am.
You're seeing so many different designs.
So many, and look at the thickness of the strap on this as well. I'll show you that in a second.
So that's the difference, really. This is exactly the same movement as we saw with the Count, but this one has got a very thick contemporary leather on it.
It's beautiful. That is really thick, and you can see the stitching on that is very heavy stitching too, and that, I think, for me is important. And again, you can see embossed on that there's Swan and Edgar, and again down here it will say genuine leather. It does say 22 on it. Does that mean anything?
22 millimeters in terms of the width of.
Will you see? There you go. Again, I'm learning. And I did say that to you at the beginning of the show, folks. You know, you will see some presenters who know so much about these and can talk to you for an hour about them. But you know something? I come into this tonight. It's my first time doing a watch show. I'm glad I'm doing it with David, and not David who's on the floor, because he knows nothing about watches either. So there'll be 2 of us up here going, look at that, it's lovely. No, we've got David here, over 40 years. He doesn't like me reminding him so much of that in the watch industry, so you do know a lot.
I know something about watches, and I know that this watch, is the Hasten, instead of the Roman numerals we saw with the Count, this has got unique alpha, these Arabic numbers to it, nothing to do with Arabia, just the way it came from. And then around the side of it, you've got that gouloche detail, we call it, and those tiny little pyramids that are part of the fabric of the watch. Open heart, day and date on that watch as well. You can set the watch, by the way, people never tell you this. Those pushes on the side of the set, we're not going to touch them, but they're to set the watch. Okay. Just give you a look. And I love that you've got the 10, 11, 12
1 and 2 on this, and then the other ones are not there.
The point about Swan and Edgar is they're limited runs. You're not going to bump into someone else in the pub that's got exactly the same watch. Not like we were talking to Hayley a few months ago about the fact everyone's got the same watch in her, circle. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no variety at all. I mean, why not be a little bit windswept and interesting and get a different size type of watch?
I love windswept and interesting. It's brilliant. Beautiful piece again, $129.99 should you want to get this and buy it outright tonight. You can dial the call centre 0333 241 241 or go to the website. It's shopontv.co.uk. By the way, of course, you can have PayPal Pay in 3 as well. Oh, by the way, I just want to mention to you all as well that from midnight, every single night, we wind up and let loose our Freeview channel, channel 89. And what we do is we put the best of the best stuff over there for you, which is pretty much everything, because we bring you the best of the best. But you will get beautiful, wonderful little half-hour shows, and you will see lots of things. Today, actually, I was watching Paul Brodell with the Tefal pan set. I was also watching the Blue Magic show as well. And I often see myself doing shows on there as well. But if you do want to check that out, we go from midnight till 6 p.m. So it's 18 hours a day, and you can dip in and out of there. But of course, every single night, 7 days a week, unless there's some little thing like an election we had recently, or Christmas maybe. I don't know. Are we going Christmas night? I don't know what we're doing. It's on a need-to-know basis.
Don't think about Christmas.
Apparently, I don't need to know. No, I'm excited about it, and already I've been asked, am I around for Christmas? And I will be here if I can be, because I love Christmas, but I love working in Christmas as well. Right, okay, so we do go live sometime after midnight, depending on what's going on. Before this show tonight, we had a movie about Olympus that had fallen, and there's many men running around chasing each other and stuff like that, and trying to save presidents and all type. Yeah, so it depends. But we always go till 3 a.m. So even if you are getting in late from work, you don't get in till 2 a.m., you can always know that we are here till 3, regardless of our start time. And of course, you may miss out on some of the items, and some of the items that we talk about may be that tourbillon, because again, what a lot of people do, and this is what we found. I've been in this industry for 24 years, and what people do is they go, okay, I want that. They pop it into their basket and they go, okay, that's fine. It's there, and I'm going to just keep on looking and check that. This is not like one of these big mega places where you go to get stuff and there's millions of them you can buy, or thousands and thousands. We have smaller quantities, especially something like the tourbillon. So when you put it into your basket, it is not safe. Nothing is safe in your basket until you actually click that checkout and pay for it in one go, or put it on that PayPal Pay in 3. It's not yours. Now, talking about being able to get something perhaps in one payment, you don't have to, you can't split it. This might be the one for you. This here is just £59.99, and you are getting a huge amount of watch for this. Let me pull this around on my wrist a little bit better. So much going on with this. I think Derek Murphy, my best friend, would love this. Sean, my best friend, would love this. I have 2 best friends. Somebody out there now going, you said you were my best friend. Samuel Joseph limited edition. The minute you see that, you always think awesome stuff. A sport multifunctional watch with silicon strap. Now, I mentioned the silicon strap earlier, how much I loved it, but you've got this gunmetal here and these little rivets at the side, adding just more to this. Again, from every single angle, you see how lovely this is. If you want to have this in the black version, I'll just put that in beside it so you can see them side by side. David, tell us a bit about these.
So this is from Samuel Joseph, which is a very, very boutique watch concept from London. This is a multifunctional watch, but the name is a clue. And on the left-hand side, you can see that we've set the digital clock for 9:19, which is the time in New York right now. And the time in London, of course, is 2:20 or 2:19 probably.
Yeah.
So you've got on the left-hand side either a 24-hour or 12-hour clock, set it as you want, and then you've got the additional analog function. All is set by pressing mode. So you press mode 3 times, and in this way you can set the time. So the New York time, if you were going to set that, you can set, or let's say Paris time, whatever you want, you can set it, let's say, for I don't know, 3:03, just for fun. 3:03, and once you've got that, now it's the 24th of May in this particular clip, but you can move.
That's my birthday.
Is it really?
It is,
Isn't
yeah.
that wonderful?
Yeah.
And so you can set it any time you want, any date you want. And then the day of the week, that's on the right-hand side, so you flick it through to the day of the week. When you're happy, press mode, and you're all set to go. The next thing you might want to do is set the alarm to wake yourself up in the morning. Press it twice, and you can set the alarm. So I'm a bit lazy. I think I'm going to set my alarm for 7:27, because of course, you know, get the gentleman's train in, 7:27. And when I'm happy with that and everything is fine, I press mode, and that's my alarm set. Let me check the alarm by pressing the reset. 7:27, that's going to be locked into the system. To switch the alarm off, I press the two buttons together, the 30 and 40 together, press the two buttons again, and the alarm is set and will go off at 3:03. Now, you can press also the start-stop button in order to check that. Now, if you also want to have your stopwatch function, you press mode once, you're into the stopwatch function, press the first button to start the stopwatch, and that will run in the background while you're able to tell the time in the foreground. So you can go back to telling the time as normal, but that stopwatch is running, so you can always check where that stopwatch is. As you can see, the stopwatch is working now. So much in that watch. You've also got a backlight as well. You can see at the top there, backlight.
Again, at just $59.99. Again, I'm just, you know, put my arm here like this. I say I'm relaxing, but I look so tense trying to do it. You're like, ah, it's really weird. But if you're just kind of chilling out a little bit, you can see is a very impressive piece. Look at the thickness of that silicon strap as well. I can tell you that over half of the stock of these have gone, and because this is a $59.99 watch tonight, it is genuinely £199 worth of watch, and I think great value with that. We have a big stock of that, so it's half of that gone is actually quite sizable. So $59.99, Samuel Joseph limited edition sports multifunction watch with a silicon strap. Lovely piece. Do you want to grab one of those? Well, let me show you very quickly the black one before we move on. Thank you very much indeed, David. I'll just put my arm down here, then you can see them side by side to make that informed decision. And again, you decide. In the back of it as well, actually I want to show you the back of this. By the way, just in case you've seen that come off, they're just the little silicone holders for the strap. You can put them on and off because they're silicone, they stretch a bit, so they just come off the end. But you choose and have a look at the back. Again, there is some detail on the back of that. Again, you can see the anchor with that rope around it, just to show you that these guys have really just went that extra little mile. And you think to yourself, well, for £60, would you expect that extra bit of detail? I don't think so. £199 watch, you would expect that, but that is exactly what you're getting, because this should be $199.99. But tonight, of course, because look, the thing is that you know what people don't realize as well a lot of the time, David, is that, you know, what they said to me, my friends, why can you do things at so low prices on that show? Well, it's because there you go. There's Samuel Joseph getting their name out to the nation on ITV, you know, and they're saying, well, come and see our name and have these, you know, at such amazing prices, and you'll come back to ITV.
Brand ambassadors.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
and if you
really
want to see how that watch worked, you can always check it out on the web. There is that demo on the web as well.
Right, right. We've got 4 of these watches back again now. Okay, so the matte black one I particularly liked a little bit earlier on. So now we are moving on.
Which is the most popular between these two? Do we know?
Good question. Let's find out. The gold or the matte black? The black way. Oh, I've still got the other one on me. Look.
Oh, you're going to hope you're going to wander off with that.
Well, imagine that. You know, worse things have happened. Yes. Let's put that over there just now. Okay, so yeah, the matte black, I think.
So that's the most popular.
Yeah, I think again, because for me, I'm thinking that this is very much a sporty type watch. I think you could wear this anywhere at any time. And it looks great. Again, a nice understated.
Quite discreet, isn't it?
Yeah, understated. Discreet is another lovely word. But again, when you look closer, as discreet as it might be, as you get closer to this and you see that skeleton front on this, the skeleton face, and then you move and you see the light catching the workings of that, those pieces, that the actual workings of the watch inside, the movement, it just looks beautiful. And again, tell us a little bit about this one, David.
So I was just looking at the design myself, and it's got a mineral glass face to it, but it's also got a mirrored reholt. Now, a reholt is what goes around the bezel inside, around the chapter ring.
Oh yes, yes.
And that mirroring means the light bounces out of it.
And you can see as I turn.
You see the mirror?
Yeah, can you see? And what we're talking about is inside there, just to the side of that face just there. Let me show you that in the gold because it's more apparent in the gold. Now you can see that perfectly, the gold just there. Can you see the side part? That's what we're talking about. So that again, reflecting the light back over the face, that open skeleton face of this beautiful piece. Again, giving you more bounce of that light. And again, that's what I was talking about earlier. When you move that, you see the inside of that watch just popping as I move around, the light bouncing off of the movement of that.
And each one of the battens has got quite a light there.
Okay, so we've just found out, folks, that, and that's why we just paused a second while we listened to that. So basically, we just had an email in, and some people have said that they're having issues checking out the tourbillon on the website. So a suggestion for you, please. It says that it's out of stock, but there is a couple there. So there must be a little glitch in the system. So please do pick up the phone and dial 03333 241 241 and talk to the call centre, and you can chat to them there.
And speak to a real person there.
Speak to a real person, exactly. Yeah. If not, please email us at studio@ShopOnTV, and what we'll do is Gemma will take your details from you, so send the details, and we will get that sorted for you tomorrow. It might actually be a thing even that they might be able to say, well, actually it did sell out, but we can talk to the people and say, well, actually we can get you one in as well. So if you are having any issues with that, please make sure you do that. It just might be a little bit of something weird on the website. Okay, beautiful piece. Again, we just moved that off. So let's take this one again. I was a big fan of this one. I love the silver face of this. Again,
this is the Jubilee.
The Jubilee. Now, slightly smaller face on this one. So if that's what you're looking for.
This is the 38mm, so it's more of a retro size. It was very much in the 70s. This was the choice of the masses, if you like, for that Swiss watch we all remember. But no, they didn't make it in this design because this is a skeletonized design.
Beautiful.
It's mineral glass again. It's got an automatic movement, stainless steel strap, and very good price.
That's what I was going to say. You're giving all of those things about it. I'm saying, well, the best thing about it is it's £79, £99, usually £220. Samuel Joseph, again, limited edition IP skeleton automatic. Now, you think an automatic watch, I automatically think, pardon the pun, of loads of Wonga. Well, in this instance, it is not, okay? Look at that. It is a beautiful, beautiful piece. Gorgeous, isn't it?
It's also got a skeleton. It's got the exhibition back to it as well.
It does. Let's show you that. And then I'm going to bring in the two-tone watch as well with the strap of the two tones. Look at that again. So you just
it punches a good punch overall, doesn't it? Really.
It does, and especially for $74.99, it's a beautiful piece. Okay, and again that does move. That's what winds it, and it does go around the whole thing 360 as well. Let me show you the other colour that we have in this as well. The two-tone one that's just come up on your screen.
The strap has got a rose gold. I think, no, it might be yellow gold, actually.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And do you know something? When I see this, when I see something like this type of strap, I do think of that very exclusive brand that costs many monies. But of course, this is not costing you many monies. It's costing you $26.65 tonight if you want to split the payment in PayPal Pay in 3. But that is gorgeous again, just looking at that movement. It just adds so much to a watch to have that movement inside, doesn't it? To see those moving parts. It just makes it more elegant, and it definitely draws the eye of the other people that are in the room with you to that watch, and to your friends to say, wow, can I have a little closer look at that? And the movement of that second hand is very beautiful too.
And just looking at the price, it's actually under £99. So it's £75 for that, $74.99.
$74.99. And incredible.
The second most affordable watch on the show, I think, because the multifunction's $59.99.
$59.99. Yep, it just goes to show you the value you have tonight. So usual price on this, you would expect to pay £210, which again, you know, when you think of everything about this, again, having that the open back in this, the fact that it is automatic as well, really does make this incredible value, and I mean incredible value. And look, you know, people always can, well, not always, but people can be a little bit skeptical about things on the TV, but I can tell you this right now, that the reason that we do is we really work with the brands to get the brands out there to you guys, and of course then once we're getting your eyes on. We say, well, we will get eyes on your brand, but you've got to give us incredible deals for our viewers, and that's exactly what's happened, and that's exactly what's happening tonight. So £26.65 your first PayPal pay, and 3 payment tonight if you want to go that route. For that, this is the Samuel Joseph limited edition 2-tone skeleton Jubilee automatic watch. 339678 is the item number on that one. How are we doing for time? It's well, I asked the time, and I've got 6, 7, 8 watches around me right now as well.
So we've got about 28 minutes.
We've got about 28 minutes as well on this. Right, okay, so I'm just hearing in my ear that this has been a firm favourite tonight, and we're going to recap the you know something? I was what? Okay, so sometimes we talk and you go, "Mom, what are you talking about?" Yeah. I picked this up and I was cleaning it and I was going, "Wow!" And when I looked over, David was going,
"Yeah, it's substantial."
This really is something to behold.
That's the mark of quality. I mean, really, when you get some of these watches home, you think, "Oh, what's that? It's very, very flimsy."
Yeah, and listen to that.
This is solid.
And you know, but when you shake, if you get a substandard watch, you can tell.
And it's got that 210 part movement in it as well.
Brilliant. This, of course, I can tell you is the Swan & Edgar limited edition night automatic watch. To put this the right way around, and stainless steel bracelet on this. So again, this one, I'm going to say to you that this is really a statement piece. This is just my opinion, and of course, everyone's opinion is different. I don't see this, David, as a watch that I'm wearing every day. I don't see this. I see this coming out as something that is a statement piece, something that you wear some beautiful timepieces and your friends and your family recognize you for that. And they go, you know what, Alan or David or John or whatever always wears a nice timepiece, a nice watch. Well, do you know something? Then you take this one out and then people go, wow, look at that. Again, you have got that open front on this as well. What do you call that little open part?
This is called the open heart.
Open heart, that's the word.
And it has a Cornwall bridge, so the cross-hatch detail across it with the blue screws, that is the Cornwall bridge, protecting the watch. And the next part of this is it's a tonneau shape, so it's got a curved barrel shape.
I was going to say, that's French for barrel, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Yeah, I learned that earlier.
Mind you, you know when you say about tonneau covers, you know, on sports cars?
Yeah.
Well, it was actually the cover that went across the barrels when a vintner was moving his stuff around in France.
Oh, right. So I have a tonneau of whiskey.
There you go.
I own a barrel of whiskey, yeah.
Oh,
I invested in it years ago.
You must be one of my best friends.
Are you a whiskey man, you are?
I love whiskey.
Oh, we would talk for hours.
Yes,
yeah,
especially the Irish side of it. But anyway.
Middleton, very rare. Best whiskey in the world, in my opinion. I love it. Other whiskies are available, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely, yeah. So this is a lapis blue to it. And I love that blue. And I love the fact inside there is this kind of like William Morris-esque finish, that kind of leafy finish to the watch. So Swan & Edgar put the extra mile in when they're putting together the fascias. And the rose black option, which Alan will also show you in a minute,
I will,
is the alternative. But this is your classic steel and blue.
It's lovely. It's beautiful. Again, let me show you the other one, the rose black. So rose is the bracelet, black is the color of the face on this one. Let me get this the right way up for you and show you that.
There's a lot of give on that, isn't there? So you know, if you've got a larger wrist size.
Yeah, there is, yeah. And it's going to be, again, and you can size it down. A lot of people can do it themselves because a lot of people have the little screwdrivers to do that.
And also go on the web and everything's on the web.
Excuse me while I do that quickly. It's unprofessional to do that, but I wanted you to see the shine rather than the fingerprints that were just on that. But again, lovely. Beautiful. Again, even more, I was saying that the silver one, silver with the navy face, was quite a statement piece, and the lapis face. Now, lapis, of course, lapis lazuli, which is a precious stone, and that's the color of that one.
That's
just reflecting to the lapis lazuli color. So again, a nice little piece of info on that. But again, this one here really is, I think this is a big standout piece. I'm seeing this one, right? So I'm driving down the road, and you've got you're driving your car, and you've got your hood down, and as you are, you've got your hand just sitting on the side of the door, and people can see this gorgeous piece there on your wrist. I see this if you're wearing a lovely suit. Again, not an everyday watch for me, but you're wearing that suit, you know, you're going to a works function, and you want it to stand out. You want a talking point, I think this could be the one for you. And again, just check this out, okay? So it is the Swan & Edgar limited edition night automatic watch, stainless steel bracelet, but you decide silver navy, silver bracelet and face, navy face. Rose is the rose gold colour here, and the black face. You decide which one. So it's £139.99 for the piece tonight, and that's on its way to you. And £4.95 UK P&P. So if you want more than one of these watches tonight, you can, and the P&P is capped on that for you as well. PayPal paying £348.31. Now, I'm going to tell you that the most popular watch tonight is indeed the most popular watch tonight is the one that I genuinely... oh, you've got it on you, actually.
Actually.
So, listen, I'm going to tell you, if you are betwixt and between and you're wondering what you want to actually buy tonight, and you're thinking you want a mid-priced piece, but you want something that is spectacular, I genuinely think this is it. I am truthfully going to be purchasing one of these for myself as soon as the show is over, because I do genuinely love this so much. And I'm just going to arrange this so I can put them in the box, and then you can see. But talking about the box, just look at what David is holding there. Look at the presentation of this. So again, imagine this for a Christmas present. Imagine, we'll just turn that slightly towards camera. Imagine somebody opening this on Christmas, or maybe it's their birthday in the next couple of weeks. I love this
finish.
It is
beautifully finished there.
Beautiful. And that just goes to show you. And by the way, with the Swan & Edgar, we are getting the pen with that as well. Let me bring the pen up so you can see the pen. I just put that in front just there of the box. You'll see in a second. On Swan & Edgar's website, that pen is £55. There's the pen. And I will take that away to reveal the three faces of those beautiful, I'm going to use the word timepieces on this because they are stunning. Now let me tilt forward slightly for you so you can see them without them falling out from the position I put them in. And that gives you an idea which colour is best for you. I'm going to say the blue or the grey. I personally would put the orange in third place, but you put it in front.
Well, I do, because it's, you know, as a watch kind of aficionado, if you like, it's unusual.
Yeah.
And I'm going for the unusual. When you're looking at really expensive watches, you could say 90% of them are blue, and then there's one or two in pink, and you say that pink one is going to be very collectible. And it's the same with that orange. When that orange is out of stock, it may not be made again.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Because they're very limited.
Well, limited edition, of course, yeah, of course.
The Nebula, I know, is the most limited, because it was made very specially about the Space Centre in Leicestershire, which we talked about before. Oh, and Paul's been there. That's interesting.
Ah, yeah. That is interesting.
It does exist. I didn't invent it.
Yeah. There we go.
And then, of course, the classic is the blue. The blue and silver.
Yeah,
version.
And again, just to show you the detailing on the front of this, how beautiful it is, but I'm just going to pop this one in and just show you the back as well. Let's try and get this in such a way that you can see it
graduating to the
better.
advanced class of watch
watch
presentation here.
There you go, look at that.
Isn't that good?
Isn't that gorgeous? It's all to do with the
So
moon
that's
landing.
the moon landing.
Yeah.
And that's very deep etched stainless steel. The watch weighs about 180 grams, so it's a very substantial piece of engineering on your wrist. Got 8 inches of give on the strap, so if you've got a large wrist size, it's going to fit you as well. 51 millimeters in terms of the case size. Sapphire glass on the front of this one. Sapphire is 9 on the hardness scale. It's the hardest thing other than diamond you could ever have, and the only thing that can scratch it really is diamond. So if you want the top end, sapphire, and super luminova on the battens, which means you can tell the time in the dark, and this £55 watch, which you're getting complimentary. A gift included at the price of $159.99.
It's a nice weighty pen as well. You can tell this is quality. And I'm going to use this pen just to say to you that look inside here. So what we have is well, the red planet here, just here, and then we've got the moon as well. And this one is?
So that's the Earth.
That's the Earth. So you have the 3 planets just there, all represented. And as David was saying earlier, as I move this, you'll see those little twinkles, those little sparkles around the face. Of course, and that's a constellation, didn't you say? Or
no, it's simply the starry night.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
But you can also, if you press the pusher at 2 o'clock, Alan's moving to the most advanced stage now.
Which is that 2 o'clock? It is 2 o'clock there, yeah. I pressed that.
And you should see, need to give it a
just there.
press.
Is that moving? No, let me do this.
Proper press.
Proper press.
And there it is. Now, I want you to look at that second hand. It is not moving in a jerky manner like a quartz watch. And that's because that is a mechanical drivetrain. And you see that smoothly moving across. That is the genius of this movement. This is a mechanical quartz watch that was manufactured by Seiko Industries, incorporated into the Swan & Edgar. That is a special feature of this watch. Now, if you stop the watch by pressing the top button again, and so that is your time, and then if you reset it,
the bottom one, or is it the same one?
The bottom one, it will instantly flip. Do you see how quick?
Oh, yeah, wow.
Faster than you can possibly imagine. And you can't do that.
It's like Hong Kong Fooey. It was quicker than the human eye.
It was. You are getting here a piece of quality engineering with a 5-year warranty at an amazing price.
Yeah.
Look on the web. It's $230 on the web.
And you know, I know you viewers at home expect us to say these things, but at £230, I think it is absolutely worth every single penny of it. But hey, do you know something? Why pay £230 when you can pay less than 160? I know it's only a penny less, but that's one of the things we say, 159.99. And even if tonight you don't have that, but you really desire one of these, the limited edition World Timer Mecha Quartz watch, and David mentioned the Mecha movement, what that means, and a stainless steel bracelet as well, which gives it, because this is a weighty piece again. This is not a light piece. When you have this on your wrist, you know you're wearing it. $54.98 today if you want to do the PayPal Pay in 3, and that includes your P&P. It's split into that as well, and then pay that again next month and the month after. It is my takeaway watch from tonight. I really mean that. Doesn't mean I'm taking it away. I'm not stealing anything, I promise, but it is the watch that I have fallen for. As I said, the Tourbillon is, look, the Tourbillon is the one. Let's be honest. The Tourbillon is the one that we would all love to have. We would all love to own.
It's a dream watch.
It is a dream watch. But this one here, this World Timer, is just fantastic to me. David, this is you.
So no, this is how the World Timer works. So you've got 24 cities around the periphery of the watch, and if we set London to 1 o'clock, then all of the others. So Sydney is 11 in the morning, Tokyo 10 o'clock in the morning, Bangkok 8 o'clock in the morning. That's how this watch works. Now, if we can then easily move it so that London is at 2 o'clock, and when we put London at 2 o'clock, which it's even gone past 2 o'clock now, New York is 2100 hours, and in Denver it is 1900 hours. This is the joy of a World Timer from Swan & Edgar, and just look at the fine quality of that watch.
It's beautiful. I was looking down there because I'm looking at what you look at. When I look at the camera, I see a little small screen, but down there I have the big screen like you have at home, and I was really just enjoying how beautiful that is. Well, I've got one upside down by all accounts. I do. The middle one is upside down. Silly me. There we go. Just check those out. And I'm just putting those together like that for you so you can see the 3 different faces on that, so you can make that decision of which one is nicer. For me, the blue, the middle one, shows the starry, starry night better than the other colors. I think it stands out more. But you choose. I like the grey one because it almost looks like, I don't know, to me it looks like a cloudy sky. It looks like you're looking at the Earth from afar.
It's meant to be a nebula.
A nebula. Well, that's
the concept.
That's the concept. It looks like a nebula. That's what it is. Yeah. But it's beautiful, and that's why I like that one so much. It's just got more to it for me. So that's just my choice. You make your choice. Again, remember, we are learning together, you and you at home and myself tonight, because this is my first time sitting with David talking about watches. I am a fan of watches, and I do know a great value when I see it. Okay, Tourbillon VT, let's just have a look at this clip there. We will find out about this from David as well. So we just want to remind you that we can, if you are having any issue with the checking out on the website with this, we do realize that you might be having a problem. Please pick up the phone 03333 241 241 and speak to the call center and say to them, look, you want to get one of the Tourbillons, you're unable to check out, and they will help you. If they can't, please email studio@ShopOnTV with all of your details, and Gemma will work on that for you tomorrow to get that sorted out for you, and we will get one of those to you as soon as we possibly can. But yeah, just pick up the phone if you are having those issues on the website. But maybe somebody might be on and they might not have the issue, and they might be checking out right now and going, I've got a Tourbillon! carry on, I own one. It's beautiful. Right, we are coming dangerously close to the end of the show right now. Remember, every Swan & Edgar does get that pen. It has a value on Swan & Edgar's website of £55. It will come with your Watch Your Timepiece. Right, we're moving on then. So now we have the, well, that's the Tourbillon gone.
Vickers Armstrong.
Back to the Vickers Armstrongs. So this again, this is brand new?
Brand new, first launch on ITV and STV ever. And first time I've actually got hold of this watch because they are so really quite specialised.
Yeah.
And it's an engineering company originally from the 19th century, which has got a massive, you might have heard of the VC-10, of course. That's one of the Vickers planes. Vickers Commercial VC, that's what it stands for. And now reborn as this watch brand that's got an engineering tone to it.
Yeah. You can see that in it. Before David tells us some more, if you are looking at that thinking, yep, that's the one for me, $99.99 is all we're asking you for this beautiful piece. $299.99 is the usual price on this, so you really are making a huge saving on this. Again, got the Cyclops eye there for the date, so you can see that nice and clearly. I find if you don't have a Cyclops eye and you're trying to see the date, it's really difficult, especially, as you said earlier, yes. You get over 40 and the eyes start to go, I'm over 50 now, mine are really gone. But there you go, it's a beautiful piece. The Milanese strap is my favorite feature about this, albeit that I do love the watch itself, of course, but I do love a Milanese strap. If you want this one, it is new today, rose gold or gold. This is the rose gold that I have on me just here, and I will show you the gold one. Vickers Armstrong's limited edition chopper chrono watch with the Milanese bracelet.
So 45mm case size, mineral glass, 5-year warranty on this watch as well. This has got that fume dial to it. Both of them have got fume dials.
So just tell us a little bit about the fume.
Means smoke in,
yep.
in French, and it's again a complicated process to make the dial pop in the way you're seeing with the studio lights right now. And when you're wearing the watch, it means that people are going to notice you and they're going to say, where do you get that beautiful watch?
Yes, right, of course. Now I think ne pas fumer. It says that's no smoking, isn't it, in French? So yes, so now I just made that connection. And actually, now that you say that, I just thought it was a fancy name for it. You can see as you move it, almost like the way the light is reflecting from the face. You can see that actually. Yeah, it's clever.
Again, this Vickers Armstrong have gone the extra mile in actually putting this watch together, which is why the price is originally $299.99. And this is a launch price. So if you like, and you've never seen them before, so if you like the watch, I don't think that we can't be sure whether we'll ever be able to repeat this. Yeah,
it's less than £100 for something like this is incredible. Which is the colour that you prefer, David?
Which David? The other David?
Yes, this David, yeah.
Yes, go on, David.
He's pointing.
He's pointing.
You can't say the word. You know, you can't. The gold one.
Gold one.
So David's is the gold one, which is this. Yeah.
You're outnumbered here.
I am outnumbered, yeah. I feel that I'm being bullied. I'm going into the corner. No, I think, look.
Do we know which is the most popular amongst our
Let's find out
viewers?
From Gemma, our...
Even Stevens.
Even Stevens.
Oh, so you can see it's kind of controversial, isn't it, between the two?
But it's very much, look, again, it's... We all like different things. There's one single unit between them. Would you believe? There's not even, apparently it literally is 50-50. Wowzers, I thought she said there was a single unit between it. There's not even a single unit between it. It really is, it's all up to you, folks. It's, you look at both of those, one of them stands out. That's the way it is, isn't it? It's like when you walk in and, to anywhere and you see something will stand out to you and it just catches your eye. Which of those catches your eye? But one thing that you cannot deny is $99.99. That's what really gets me for this, especially Milanese straps. And I've seen Milanese straps to buy them.
And it's really fluid.
Yeah, it is very fluid. And the thing is, if I had one of the smart watches that comes from one of the watch manufacturers, and I bought a Milanese strap to go onto it, and it was not cheap.
No.
So Milanese straps tend to be quite expensive.
And there are different grades, and that's a fine grade.
Yeah.
Which means it doesn't pinch the hairs.
And actually, do you know, now that you say that, I can tell that because it is on my arm like that, and I can tell that now. It's a beautiful piece again, $99.99. You will think to yourself, and look at, folks, I'm always straight with you, okay? I tell you as it is. These, for that price, is a beautiful watch. It's a beautiful piece. It has lovely weight to it. That Milanese strap is gorgeous. And look, I'm not going to be able to sit here and tell you about and try and wow you with the movements and wow you with fancy words, because that's not what I'm about. I'm about telling you straight about things. David is here to tell you those intricate things about it, those beautiful things about the movement. But look, I'm going to tell you, if you're sitting at home right now and you think, but for $99.99 it can't be very much, this is a stunning piece, and it really does feel very, very solid. And I think, well, actually, I don't think, I know, when you get this home, you are going to go, do you know what, Al was right. It does feel beautiful, and it does feel that it could easily and at every day of the week be a 500 quid watch. But you know what, $299, Vickers Armstrongs, really making it affordable. But tonight, $99.99, $34.98, your first of 3 PayPal pay in 3s. There you go. Right, coming towards the end, Vickers Armstrongs, we will stay with them a little while longer and show you, we've probably got, yeah, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to quickly show you these, and then we're going to finish off the show as well. Back to your favourite of the night. You know what that is, don't you? And then we'll finish off with that one. Stock of it flying out the door. And then I will be finishing the show, grabbing my phone, and I will be ordering. And as a genuine, okay, I promise you this, okay? This is true. I'm not going to be able to say to David at the end, oh, brilliant, David, get me one of those there for, and save me 20, 30 quid on it. He can't do it, simply because of the price and the value that you have here. Now, I remember places I worked at before, I could get a little bit of discount off of things, or you'd have a chat between ourselves, but honestly, we genuinely can't tonight.
We can reduce it from the Swan Edgar price, but it's higher than this price.
Yes. So if I go and say, you say, it's $299, you know,
so we can take 20% off that. Yeah. It's nothing like this.
Nothing like this. Yeah. So you genuinely are getting the best. You're getting the price that I can get, the best I can get, because I'll buy it the same as you. Anyhow, let's move on and show you this one. This is the Vickers Armstrong again. I'm just going to pop this just here for you to see. Right now, we are coming dangerously close to the end of the show. We will be saying goodnight to you. This is the limited edition barrel roll chrono watch with genuine leather strap. Again, I love the color of the strap here coming in here. What color did you call this? Did you give it a lovely name?
So maybe I called it Sienna Red.
That's
possibly
what you said. Yes, it kind of a
because and again, it's got the that fume finish to it.
Oh,
but
yes.
I just like the format of this watch, because the format is 38 by 40 millimeters, and Alan's wrist about similar to mine. It's a 7-inch wrist, which is suitable for this.
Your wrist must be perfect as well, then.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow, look at you.
Yeah. But so there are, there's a watch for everybody. This is a unisex watch as well. It's got a lot of detail around the bezel. You can see the little rivets. And I do like the colour of the leather strap to that watch as well.
Yeah.
Quartz movement, so you've got the accuracy of quartz there, which is an additional feature. It's 12 millimeters in terms of the thickness of the watch, so it fits very slimly to the wrist.
Even that view of it looks beautiful, doesn't it? Look at that beautiful front on that. It is absolutely stunning. And of course, we always think, when you think of accurate time, we think of quartz, don't we? Quartz movement,
it's hard to, in fact, it's impossible for a mechanical watch to be as accurate as a quartz watch.
Is that right? Is that an actual fact? Yeah, wow, there you go. Beautiful piece. Now, of course, if you do want to go for that's the brown strap or the black strap on this, and of course, it does change the color of the face to match the strap. But again, you have the choice. We want to bring you something that you have a choice on, so you get what suits you the very best. Just trying to fix this as well, just there.
So these weigh 100 grams. They're very, very comfortable to wear. You've got a bit of, about 185 millimeters in terms of the strap size. Like the contrast stitching on those watches.
Yeah, it's actually, I didn't even spot that. I didn't, the red on the black and then the yellow here on the brown. Yeah, that is actually a feature. That because I've been kind of so drawn to the actual face of the watch itself. I didn't look at that, but that is absolutely lovely. Beautiful.
And they have 5-year warranties, these watches as well.
This here, I think, if I'm going out and wearing a suit, a lot of people tend to wear, kind of dark blue suits and stuff like that. I think this, for me, this might get lost in that. This is just my thought. This one would pop. It would stand out more. If you're wearing a lighter colored suit, maybe this one might stand out a bit more. But that's beautiful. It's beautiful. Right, we must move on. So if you want the 050241, that's the item number that you want for this. Choose the color then as well. Vickers Armstrong's limited edition barrel roll chrono watch with genuine leather strap. Of course, we have told you this is brand new today. New today. First time seeing here on ITV. We have got literally about 4 minutes left on the show, so we must move on and bring you the, well, I've got to say the value of the night, really. So what we're bringing you last, I think, this is going to be last as well. We might have time for the world timer, maybe. Well,
let's see how we get on.
But
this multifunction, we've got two real favourites here. But this Samuel Joseph, the first time we saw this, you just loved it.
Yeah.
Because it's so affordable, but it's not 97. We're going to see the price now. It's $59.99.
$59.99, and again, you can put that on your PayPal Pay in 3 as well. So this really is, as you mentioned, it is massively affordable.
You've got 2 time zones. You've got an alarm function. You've got a backlight to it. You've got a stopwatch function. You've got a stylish watch. What's not to like?
Brilliant. And again, if you look at the thickness of that strap as well, it is just to die for. And again, I told you before, and I'm always honest with you, I remember I couldn't stand silicone straps. And I remember a friend of mine had a really expensive timepiece, and he paid many thousands for it, and it had the silicone strap. And I was going, that's just ridiculous. But actually, I got a silicone strap for one of my watches, and I love it. It is fab. But again, look at this. You've got that gunmetal just here, those rivets at the side. The thickness of this is brilliant. Look at the silicone. This is not anything other than pure and utter quality. And again, the back of this does have, of course, that lovely logo as well and design of the Samuel Joseph just there. Let me try and get that so you can see that properly. I'm trying to do loads of things.
I didn't take the protection off that because I always, when I get these watches, I try to keep that protection on there because it's always a good idea.
It is a good idea. It does have that little sticker on the back, and that's what's making that. You might think that's not shiny. It's because the little sticker is on there. So, but you can see the quality of that. And even though the front is protruding, it is overlapping and popping out. It's flat at the back, so it's not going to.
As well.
And a rotating bezel as well, yeah, which is great. So right, we've got to move on. I think. Have we got time for one last? Okay, very quickly, the world timer, I believe. World timer, my
favorite.
So
we've got joint favourites in the world timer and multifunction.
Yes.
Both ends of the...
Yeah, well, I've got a clear favourite.
This is the Nebula Grey world timer, and my assistant in the back is trying to set the world timer so it works. So London set at 1 o'clock, Azores 2400 hours, South Georgia, I remember South Georgia, for 2300 hours. Of course, you weren't around in the Falklands. My brother-in-law was, never mind. So here we go, and you can see there if you set London to 2 o'clock, then we're now at 3 o'clock, but never mind, Hong Kong 19. You get the idea, really nice. Nebula Grey, that particular style of watch.
Yeah, that is 100% my favourite. It is the one I'm going to purchase. I just absolutely love everything about it. It is so weighty. When I'm clasping that and closing those clasp, that butterfly clasp. It is called a butterfly clasp, is that correct? Or double, what is it called?
That's a dual deployment clasp.
Look at me with my common butterfly. How dare I? This is the presentation box, the way that it comes. It comes in an outer box as well. That looks absolutely stunning. And of course, there it is on my wrist. That is my absolute favourite. I adore this watch.
And
I really do.
There is the third one. So we've got all 3 of them for your delectation and pleasure as we come to the final moments of the show.
What's tomorrow night? Who's on air tomorrow night, and what have we got? Let's just try and find it out. Beauty tomorrow night, I believe. You have tomorrow night if you want to join us for that. If you're not already beautiful enough, join us to become more beautiful. But just want to say thanks to all of the team. David, thanks very much. You've
really enjoyable, and you've learned so much in 3 hours.
Genuinely have. I've learned so much, and I'm literally purchasing this.
Take it away.
I'm going to purchase that. No, it is that's my takeaway timepiece for tonight. I would love the tourbillon, but I just can't at the moment. But this one I certainly can. They've all been brilliant value as well tonight. David, your insight, your
So are you going to do this again? Well. That's my question. Or are you now scared of doing it?
No, I'm just afraid that you're going to say to the bosses, don't put him back on with me again, please. Thanks to all the team upstairs.
It's good to have a real watch enthusiast on the show. And it shows when people are enthusiasts themselves.
It does show. Got to say thanks to Gemma and to Paul upstairs. Got to say thanks to Bubba as well, and thanks to our David on floor. But most of all, thank you to you. Join us again tomorrow night, and don't forget our Freeview channel as well. Good night and God bless everybody. Thanks.